Also, please make sure everyone is video is turned off and you're muted. Okay. So welcome everyone to this particular session, right? So this is Claude for Everyone workshop. In this particular workshop, we are going. So let me open the presentation. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible, right? Can someone confirm?
Yes, Satvik. We see the
Okay.
slide.
Okay, you see the slide, right? So this is Claude for Everyone. Now this is a total beginner friendly workshop. It is especially for people who have never used Claude Code. They don't know, they like, a lot of people think that Claude Code is for developers, they're building big applications, but what I'm going to show you, it is very very impactful for your regular day-to-day work as well. Okay, so we have some agendas which I'll walk you through before starting the session. You do not, if you have enough pace, you can follow along as I'm doing. But if you don't have, just listen to me the way I'm doing. Gather those concepts, and then you can try post session. Okay. So all you need to know is very basic thing thought. All you need to know is very basic thing prompting. That if you can type, if you can prompt what you exactly want, you are more than set for this part. You don't need to have any coding experience. You don't need to have any technical experience, not any engineering experience, right? So for example, if it's your first technical workshop, this is the workshop for you. Okay. So I'm not going to talk about anything related to software engineering, anything in this particular workshop. It's purely built for this. Okay. So very simple. The entire objective of this workshop is what if you could just build things just by describing. Okay. So you don't need to have syntax, no long setup, long CLI commands and all those things. You don't need to know that. You simply need to know how to prompt if you have a vision. And it is very important. If you're for example, you might be uh, looking for your startup, right? And you don't have that technical experience. You can in today's world, you can build entire application yourself. You can automate a lot of your work, right? Even if you're working somewhere, lot of automation, lot of connectivity, everything can be integrated through Cloud Code, and it has lot of potential power. So that all we are going to leverage in this particular workshop. So let me tell you the agenda for this particular class, that what all things we are going to cover. So for the next 2.5 hours, we are going to cover, first of all, we'll discuss a little bit about Cloud Code, right? And then we'll straight away go to setup. There are two types of setup which are required. One is on a desktop app, and other is a CLI. Okay, I'll show you both methods. Then we have few agendas: how to make a presentation using Cloud Code. Okay, then once. Okay, that's right. So how to make presentation using Cloud Code, then how to build a portfolio website. So we will take a resume, and how do you actually build portfolio website from that, and how can you basically host in on a URL, right? So that is what we are going to cover. After that, how do you create videos using Cloud Code? So suppose you don't have any editing experience, right? And you want to create reels, or you want to, not even reels, even in office you create presentations, right? You want some animation, you want some sort of videos, right, for product, any kind of thing. So how you create using this, and then the last part, how can you connect Cloud Code to your regular work? For example, you can connect Cloud Code to Google Drive, Canva. You will be able to connect with PPT generation, and there are bunch of other connectors that Cloud Code provide, which will be important to us. Okay, in the uh, end of the workshop, I will provide you some like resources which you can take away home, and you can start working with it. Okay. Okay. So first of all, let's understand what guys, please don't mess on screen. I will have to remove you.
Satvik, may I recommend two things using the host controls, disable camera and disable annotation for all participants.
How is it done? I forgot actually.
So the shield icon is there when you're as a host, right? The security shield icon.
Okay, participants. Let me check. Yeah, let them and annotation. I'm not able to find. Let me check. Request host to whiteboards. Okay. Yeah, I have done that setting.
Satvik,
Thanks.
and
Thanks.
do you have a? Co-host capability, if you can give me co-host capability, I'll kind of more.
Yeah, I will do that. So yeah, I made you co-host. You can do that. All right. So okay. So let's continue, everyone. Right. First of all, again, as I mentioned, we are not going too much into technical things. Just understand, but just basic understanding what is Claude Code. So Claude Code is nothing. It's just an AI agent that sits on your computer. Okay. So we all use computer, right? We go click, we type, we code, we do a lot of stuff in our computer, right? uh, all that intelligence, so there are tools which are available in your in your computer, which you use whenever you want, and you are the brain behind using those tools, right? So Cloud Code is an agent that sits in your computer, which to which you describe in simple English terms that what I want to do, and it will have connectivity to everything. So it can, you can chat with it. It can actually connect with all your files, create files, delete files, code for you, and create PPT, create a lot of stuff for you. Okay. It can build anything. For example, it can build slides, websites, videos, documentation, which we are going to see. The very important thing, it can connect, you can connect your tools with it. I will show you right now, and you stay in control. So basically it's an agent that sits into into your computer, and you tell it what to do and it will do. So you control it, and it just like your personal robot on your computer. So that is the idea behind Cloud Code. What does it do? Okay, now there are a lot of products in market. For example, Cloud Code, Codex, and all of them do similar kind of stuff, but in this workshop we are just going to focus on Cloud Code. Okay. So as I mentioned, Cloud Code has, it has access to your tools, whatever are available in your computer. Lot of connectors are there, lot of files are there, which we will see during the workshop. Okay. So now Claude comes basically in four formats. I would say number one is a desktop app, which I'm going to show you right now. Second is a CLI command. So even in the backend, it's a CLI command which you can access through terminal in your Mac. You can access through PowerShell on Windows or Git Bash. Okay. Third, you have different IDEs like VS Code, Cursor, uh, JetBrains, and lot of stuff. There you will get an extension of app, right, through which you can also have access through by going through browser, and you can control through phone app as well. So it comes in multiple uh, possibilities. What we are going to focus on today is desktop app and little bit of terminal. Yeah, please, someone has raised their hand.
Sorry, when they say two questions, when they say it's Claude Desktop, are they referring to the Claude Code only? That's the first
Yeah,
question.
it's Cloud Code only. Everything is Cloud Code. Okay. So
Everything is Claude Code. It's a desktop app that you're
it's just
showing
the
us.
experience is different. For example, in desktop app, you actually have a UI, which I will show you. In terminal, you go in a terminal, and VS Code, you actually open a VS Code, and there you have extension and all that you will see. And
Got
web,
it.
you can actually go through website or on your mobile. So let
So
me
when they
show
say
you
it's
quickly.
Claude Desktop, they loosely refer to Claude Code. Okay.
Yeah.
Second is
So
when they
let's
say
say Cloud
Claude
is.
Cowork, what do they refer?
I'll come to that. Okay. So this is the Cloud desktop. Okay. So first of all, what you have to go do is simply go to website, uh, Claude AI. Okay. This is the uh, just a second. Let me share again. Okay. So this is the website Claude.ai new, right? This is from where you will purchase your subscription or whatever it is. Okay. So if you see, you generally have, if you come here, you will see. So let me show you settings. So it Claude comes in different plan subscription that you can take. So if you come here, it generally has uh, one plan $17 per month, which is a pro plan. Then it has a max plan, which is $100 per month, or and there is another one in the max, which is for $200 per month, which is for extra usage. A general purpose, let's say let's say if you do lot of, if you do lot of coding, you do lot of website development, right? For you, a subscription of $100 would be needed. If you just do chat and you just want to, let's say in couple of days you just want to have a chat with it and do some connectivity, check your office emails, connect your WhatsApp, right? For those things, a $17 per month plan is sufficient. Okay. So now this is the website. Now if you see here, it comes into this is their official website, code.cloud.com. you'll see they have the desktop app, which I just, so you can download in Mac, Windows, or anywhere. They have website web, which I just showed you here. Okay, this is the interface for that. And you can have in VS Code. So for example, let me show you. If I open, this is my VS Code. Okay, so here you can have this. So you can have it two ways. So first is you will have an extension here. So here you can type, or you can, so for example, here I can type hi, and it will give you respond. Or you can have something in terminal. So I can say Claude, and I can just have my conversation here. So I'll show you how to do installation and everything. Okay. This app can, if you go to VS Code from here, you will get this extension Claude Code for VS Code. So you can actually download it. Okay. So, so what you need to do, first of all, for this particular workshop, simply go to desktop app, click, I have Mac, right? So click on it and it will download something for you. Okay. It will start downloading Claude for you. And once you do that and you open, so you will be getting an interface like this. So let me close it. So this is what you will get. Okay. So it has now it has this is a desktop app. So this is a UI view, and it is recommended for people who are not much into coding. Okay, lot of work you can do through this particular thing as well. So desktop app provides few things. One is a simple chat interface where you can, just like you do with ChatGPT, you can chat with it, you can have basic questions answered, and you can do with it. There is another thing called as Claude Cowork, in which this is like if you actually want to do big work, for example, big coding work you want to do, and you don't want to open things like VS Code or something. So this is where you go with. So here you select a particular folder that you want to work in. I'll show you how it works, and then you can chat with it. You can not only chat with it; it is actually for building. Suppose you want to build a back end, you want to build a front end, or you want to do a very bigger task that is going to take a lot of time. So this is the interface for that. Claude Cowork. So it is just, you can think of like this. For example, we just opened VS Code, right? In VS Code, the terminal view was there. So this is just a UI view of that. Okay. So whatever we're doing there. Then this is another thing. Here you can code as well. And another product that this has is called as Claude Design, where you can design UIs. So you can come here, you can mention, you can provide your design like if you're suppose you're building a website of your company, right? Or building a PPT, you can provide what all design systems your company has, assets your company has, and from there you can actually build about it. So this is just an overview that what all products are there. Yeah, please, someone has raised question.
Yes, one quick question actually. If we download this from Claude Code using the Claude Code documents, do
Yeah.
we still do we get this chart, cowork, and code, including that project and artifacts, everything? And how do we need to get a
Yeah. You need,
subscribed
see,
access to get this?
you will so whenever you download, right, Claude Code, so it comes with two types of subscription. One is your personal subscription, another is enterprise subscription for your company. So this chart, cowork, everything will come, but if you have not taken a subscription, they will not work for very long. So for example, it might show you your limit. So if we come to settings, right, you have something called as usage. Okay. And what happens that you get based on your plan that you have taken, you get some usage that this much chat you can do, this much for this much duration you can do. Okay. And it resets every 5 hours. So if you don't have a higher plan, what will happen, this thing will consume, will get closed very fast. In one or two chats it will get over. So you will have access to everything. It's just that for how long you want to have and how deeper work you want to do.
Perfect.
Am I clear?
Much clear. Thank you, Satvik. Yes.
And this is nothing but Claude Desktop, right? You've downloaded Claude Desktop, and when you open it, you see this UI.
Yes, this is Claude Desktop once you download. So if you see, this is the app, right? So for example, if you come here, I just type Claude. So this is a desktop app. Okay. You click it, it will open for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So here you can see an overall summary. Like for example, I have had like 106 sessions, these many messages, these many tokens, these many active days. This is my model that I mostly use. Those kind of setting you can see. Okay. So if you come here, click settings, you will have billing. So in billing, what you can do is So if you see, I have $100 plan, you can take plan as per your need. So because I do a lot of teaching and all that, I have to prepare a lot of content and my personal work as well. So I need this subscription. But if you are someone who doesn't do a lot of coding, you just create some PPTs in a while, right? You don't need $100 plan for them. Okay. So this is your usage, what all usage you can do. And there are a lot of settings here which you can do. So again, not going into them in detail right now, but this is it. Okay. So eventually what is there, Cowork, what you will mostly be using, if you are, assume you are a non coder. Okay. uh, I will recommend you to use Cowork, in which you will be able to do things right without, because a lot of people get scared by this VS Code thing, that they never know what is terminal, what is CLI and all that, right? So if you get scared, you will get the same experience if you use Claude Cowork. But if you are someone who is comfortable with CLI, and I recommend using CLI, because in CLI you get lot of additional features which you do not get directly in Cowork. So start with Cowork. Okay. Suppose start with Cowork, get used to Cloud Code's working, but eventually shift to this terminal view, because I'll show you a lot of features which are directly not accessible in the UI view. They will come here. Okay. Yeah, please. Someone has raised a question.
So is Cowork only available in desktop version, Satvik? Or only
Yes.
web browser we don't have Cowork thing?
And web browser, I need to check. I'm not sure. Earlier it was not there.
No, I'm not able to see in web browser.
Yeah,
I
it's not.
tried.
I think it's only in desktop app. I have not. I've also not seen there. Project, artifact, customize, code, design. Yeah, so you have code, you have design. Yeah, because see, the objective of Cowork is what? Objective of Cowork is that you work on your computer folders. Okay. So, for example, when you work in CLI, what happens? You work on a folder in your computer. That is the same objective of this particular Cowork. So that is why there's no, it doesn't make sense to put this thing in UI, in web browser, because in web browser you don't do the software development do you do locally, and then you push there. So that's why Cowork is only in your desktop app.
So Cowork, can we connect multiple people to the same Cowork and share the tasks? Is it possible through desktop version?
uh,
Because in ChatGPT we have similar kind of thing, right?
you cannot you can, I don't know, you can work on a common thing, and through your Cowork some other person will also be working it. You cannot share the same session to someone else.
Okay. So in ChatGPT we have similar kind of thing, right? Where we can share the project and we can do the.
That sharing is there. That is something else, right? That is basically you worked on a project and shared with someone else. That sharing you can do. I meant working on one project at one point of time. So you cannot, like, two people cannot live work on a same particular version. So you will share a project with someone, they'll work in their own version, you'll work in their own version, then you will combine it together.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
So the objective of Cowork is that you work on your computer. Okay, you work on your computer and then you do the work. Then you can share with anyone else. Anyone? Any other question?
Looks like it's not available on Linux. Any suggestion, workaround?
It is available. Cloud Code. If you check this uh, it- Windows terminal. So in Linux you will have to download this particular thing. macOS this particular command I will show you.
You can run
So
it through WSL. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Thanks.
So, I showed you installing the desktop app. There is another view, as I mentioned, the terminal. So for that, what you need to do is, if you come here, you will see terminal VS Code. So click on terminal, and now you can pick the command. For example, if you're on Mac or Linux or WSL, you can just copy this command. For PowerShell, this one, and Windows, this one. Okay. So just copy it. For example, what I will do, I'll go to my terminal. So I'll open terminal from here, and here I have already Cloud Code installed, so I'll just put the copy that command here, curl FSL, and it will install Cloud Code on my system. Okay, so give it a second. So it is installing Cloud Code, successfully installed. Okay, so I have this particular. So if I do Cloud version, so I'll get 2.1.18, which is the latest version in Cloud Code. Okay. Clear, everyone? Any question? Okay. So let's move ahead, right? What exactly we are going to do is, so this is all the setup that you need, depending upon where you are, whether terminal. So download both. We'll be working on both right now. So first, let me show you a few capabilities of Claude, right? So what I will do, I'll go here. Okay. So what I do, I take a lot of classes. I have courses, different things going on, right? And I take classes through Zoom. So what happens? I can connect my entire Zoom through Zoom to Cloud Code. And suppose I want to check what all classes have I done, what who all were present in that particular class, right? Which person was speaking more, which person was speaking less. All that information I can get through it. So, for example, there is an option customize. Here you can connect. So you'll see connectors, and I have connected few things. For example, I've connected Canva, I've connected my GitHub, I've connected my Zoom. So, for example, let us say I come to this particular interface. I say, uh, so I have a course going on Agent Builder. I will say that check what were the last few workshops or classes I conducted in Agent Builder course via Zoom. So let's say I just want to, or one more thing, right? When you're charting, there are options of multiple models. You'll see Opus 4.8 Sonnet. And if you click on this, more models, you'll see more models and effort high. So what does it mean before I move ahead? That effort means how advanced thinking you want. So very simple. If you put to maximum, what will happen? Claude, so as I mentioned, you have a limit, right, in your subscription plan, that how much in every 5 hour you can use only this much of amount of request. So if you put effort on a max, it will consume that limit faster. If you put in low, it will lower. So generally keep it on high. That is default. If you're doing lot of very big research or research work, then you can go for max. So depending upon your need. Right now, I'm just asking a few question that what I've done. So it doesn't need very high thinking. It can work even in low thinking. Okay. So I've just set to this by default. And second is models. So Claude comes up with three family of models. Number one is Opus, number one is Sonnet, number three is Haiku. Haiku. Okay. And what happens? So Opus is a model which is it is the most advanced model, and it is used specially for thinking. So suppose you're doing big code migrations and all that, right? You need a lot of thinking. If you're planning to create something complex, you need thinking for that. You use Opus models. If you want to use just the coding work, you just want to do specific work, then you use Sonnet. And Haiku is for very basic tasks, like you want to summarize something, you want to send an email to anyone. So there you use Haiku models. Because so why these models are there? If I go and show you Claude models pricing. Okay. So this is their pricing. If you see, if you use so this everything is based on per million token. So for example, if you use Opus model, it costs you $5 per million token for input and $25 for, so think like this, it costs you approximately $30 per million tokens. If you same do for a Sonnet, it will cost you $18. And if you go for a Haiku, it will cost you only $6. So you have to be smart enough about what type of work you're doing. If you're suppose you're doing just summary work, right, you don't need to use Opus 4.8 there, because you will unnecessarily waste your token. So be smart about it, which task I'm doing, which model. Right now I'll by default I'll use Opus 4.8 in this session, but when I'm working, I have set up my setting like this, that depending upon the type of the work, my model is automatically selected. Yeah, please.
So when you say that output token value is $25, which seems like 5 times higher than the input token,
Yes.
so
Yes.
then by default, it's, let's say I just need a summary for my answer. So
Yes.
instead of, if we specify I just need summary, mention it in 10 lines, then obviously the token usage will be less, right?
Yeah, you say
Am I-
that see, there are two things which happen in the backend, that there's a process called tokenization, the way the model takes your input and process your output. Okay, so even if you say that give me answer in 10 words, even then Cloud Opus will consume more money because the way it is doing working in the backend.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
it's with respect to the back end, what is happening and what is getting tokens getting
yes,
generated. Doesn't matter
correct,
what it
correct.
outputs in the screen.
Yeah. So if you generate tail of summary through Opus 4.8 and Haiku, even then Opus will be expensive because the way the backend is working. Okay. So
So
now
when the
let's
There
output
is no
change,
other way to optimize that, is it? In the back end.
there are a lot of ways. It's beyond the scope of this session, but there are a lot of ways you can optimize those things.
Thank
if I give the same input and will I get the different outputs if I use different models here, like Opus 4.8?
Yes,
What?
yes, you'll get different outputs. That's
Okay,
the
so
entire. The model is the brain, right? You give same input. Suppose you give same code to two models. The way they process the output they give will be totally be dependent upon their intelligence. Okay. So that's why these models are there. Clear?
yeah,
Okay. So suppose in Claude, I go and ask what were the last few classes I conducted in Agent Builder course via Zoom. So I'll just put an enter. Let's see what it does. So it will say, I will search Zoom meetings to find recent. So it will ask me permission that I allow it to access my recording. So I allowed it. Okay. So it will show me your last few classes in Zoom were class 12, this conducted on June 14, and class 10 persistence conducted on June 6. Okay. So suppose I want to go further. I say, okay, can you tell me which all candidates were present in class 10? Okay. So I can get, for example, I don't need to focus. So suppose I want to track that which people are joining, which are not joining, who are asking good questions, right? All that information I can get through Claude only. So what it is doing, it is I will put the participant list for class 10. So it pulled the class from there, and now it will get information for me. So let's see what it gets. So again, you don't need to be very pro in connecting APIs and all that, right? Simply, I'll show you just one connector, authenticate with Zoom, and it will. Okay, so I might have deleted that. Let's see what it gets. So it is inspecting the transcripts from the backend and list unique speakers. Then it will get me the list. Yeah, but see, it was able to. So what happened actually? I keep on deleting my videos in the backend. So it has access to which all recording might have been deleted, but it still gave me which all students were there. So for example, let's say I simply asked which were present in class 12. Okay. So if I think this recording is present, it might give better answer. Let's see.
How you are connecting it to Zoom? I missed that part.
I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay. So if I show you, this is my Zoom, right? Where I am connecting. So let's do Zoom. Okay, so these are my recordings of my classes. Okay, so of previous classes. So Claude is able to access. Let's see what information it got. So it provide me some information. Suppose I ask that uh, which uh, which candidate asked questions in the class. Okay, so what it will do, it will go to the class recording, fetch the transcript, and from there it will be able to uh, pull that information as well. So a lot of analysis I do post class after this. So for example, it told this candidate asked this question, this candidate asked this question, this asked this question, right? So all that analytics I can do. Now coming to telling that how to connect it, right? So if you see that there's thing called as customize. Okay, and here you will see few things called as skills connectors. So if you click on connectors, you will see things like Canva. So you can add a connector, browse connectors, and Claude by default provides connectivity to almost everything. So Canva, Figma, Notion, Microsoft, your Jira. So in your company, right? What happens in my company? I'll tell you that I have connected my Claude with my guys. Please don't speak if you're not talking to me. In my company, I've connected my Jira Confluence with my Claude Code. So I just say that, hey, what are the Jira stories for me in this particular sprint? Take them, complete them. So it is able to fetch all that information. You connect with Google Calendar, Google Drive. You can connect. Okay, suppose I want to connect Google. I'll show you towards the end of the class. Zoom is there, and there are like tons of connectors which you can leverage with it. Okay, so depending, you want to connect your payment system, want to connect your WhatsApp, you want to say, hey, that make my payment for this, make me an Udemy, you can connect, if you see, right? So there are endless connectors which can be done with Claude. Okay, any question, anyone?
So can we connect it to our desktop?
You're
Satyam?
already on desktop.
Okay, but when I am searching for some folders access, right? It's saying we
So
don't have
that you have to come through Cowork. If this is a Cowork, you will say work in a project or a folder. So there you can choose a different folder, and you will be able to select wherever you want to work. Suppose I want to work in a new folder. I'll say Claude Workshop 2. Okay, I'll click on this, and it created this folder. Okay, so it will say allow Claude to change file. So you have to allow this permission to this folder. Now I'm into this Claude Workshop 2. So if I say create a file abc.txt, okay, in this folder, Claude will go automatically create there. Okay, so it has created this particular file, claude.abc.txt. So if I see, this is my computer, this is the file that it has created. So Claude Cowork is used to get access to your things.
Are these
Okay.
connectors are similar to MCP tools that we added in the
Uh,
Visual Studio?
for now, let's forget about MCP on something. These connectors, what are they? I'll uh, talk later. But yeah, there are a lot of them are MCP. Most of them are MCP only.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the same question actually.
It is MCP, but I don't want to go technical in this class. But yeah, if you understand MCP, yes, these are MCP only in the backend. Okay. So clear? Anyone? Any question?
We can also give access to the existing folder in the desktop, right? Where we
That's what I did, right? That's what I did here.
okay, created a folder.
I created a new folder. Choose a different
Mhm.
folder. I can click on this. I can open, and I've just have to allow access to this. I
Okay.
allowed it. Now it has access to that. Okay.
So
So
another question, you just showed that we can connect the connectors part, right? We can connect it to GitHub, Jira, or something.
yes,
So like Jira, I understood, but like for example, if we want to connect it to the repository like GitHub, then in that case, or we want to merge a PR or something like that, can we do that through this
yes,
also?
you can do through Cowork. Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Yes, wait, Zach here. I had a doubt.
So this is your connectors here. I have my GitHub integration. So see, if you see, I can chat, I can access projects, and those PR stuff I can do.
So when is if like we want to do a merge or all those
Everything,
commands that
you
we
can
use.
want to do raise a PR, want to push a repo, everything you can do through this.
Hey, Satvik, Zach here. I had a doubt.
Yep.
So I saw that you can connect Claude Cowork to Gmail. So
Yeah, you can connect. You can connect this.
so in case of that, how does it ensures that any of my bank details or privacy related things are safely managed? Because I've heard cases of LLMs leaking user data.
So Claude Code will not, if there is any, suppose you connect your Google Drive or something, right? First of all, password is not shared with Claude Code. That for that you need to understand how authentication works in the backend, that JWT and everything. But to what happens that when you connect with it, you suppose you have a file which contains your password or something. Claude will never take into your first of all, it will always prompt you that hey, this is some personal information, I will not process it. Okay, so Claude has some guardrails built in, but you also have to manually check that whatever access you are giving to Claude is you're not exposing any part. So it's basically both level, right? So you also have to ensure you're not leaking anything, and Claude also ensures that it will prompt you back that hey, this information is there. Suppose you leak an API key, so it will prompt you that hey, I cannot process this API key, something like that.
Got it. Got it. Is there any documentation that you can share?
It is there. I'll share you at the end of the class. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No, you right now I don't think Naukri.com connector, LinkedIn connector is not available with Cloud right now. Naukri.com is also not available as far as I know. So we can check as well. So But and you can create your custom, and for example we'll talk about it later, that suppose you can create your custom customer connectors, which are actually called as MCP, and you can give access to your, like, these are called client ID and secret. If you give to that, you can connect your custom connector. Again, all this will cover in Claude course, right? No, not right now, but this I just wanted to give an overview of Claude, what it is there, what all you can I mean, what the interface looks like. Okay, so let's move towards the uh, main part of the workshop, where we will so again, Claude can do tons of things. Okay, it can create, you can create PPT, you can edit PPT. For example, you can create websites, you can create games. For example, this is a game I created using Claude, right? So I don't have any game experience, I was able to do with it. Then there are portfolios, which we'll see in today's workshop, how to create portfolio from your resume. So tons of activity are there. We will start with understanding how do we create. So where did my PPT go? Okay, so we will start with uh, so we are going to build 5 things in this particular workshop today. Number one is how do you make a presentation. Okay, so yeah, so this is there. I think setup we have done. Okay, so now we are coming to this. So we are going to understand how do you make presentations in Claude, right? So we'll start with very basic presentation, how you create it. Then we'll talk about how you can enhance that presentation. And then in the end, I have some custom connectors which I have created. I'll give you as a reference, which you can use it. For example, this PPT that you are seeing right now, it is entirely created by Claude. I have not typed anything. It and entire PPT was built in a very short span of time. I just had to do like couple of tweaks, but everything, the animation that you're seeing and everything that you see, it's entirely done by Claude. I didn't, but I just had to give it my context, and it was able to do it. And even like in all my classes these days, I just create PPT using Claude. For example, this is another PPT. Like we are and we're going through another course. So if you see all this PPT which is there, I just gave the URL of that particular page to Claude, and what it did. So let me show you like what I did here for this PPT. uh, okay, so I just gave it this particular URL, that hey, this is the URL, I want to create a PPT for my class. So what it did, Claude, so if you see, this is this is the text of this particular page. Okay, so I said it, I want to create PPT till this particular point, till update state. Okay, so what did it do? uh, right, so it I have my whole process set up in my system. It went there, extracted everything. Okay, and it converted the idea, downloaded the images, put in the slide, created few own diagrams, it's on its own as well. Okay, now, so it gave me. Now what happens, you might not be satisfied with the PPT always, so you can always prompt Claude to tweak it. Okay, but the idea is just to understand the process, that how the PPT is built, how you can go and enhance it. Okay, so what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to show you how do you build a simple PPT in Claude Cowork, and then we'll do the same thing via terminal, and then we will understand, make it a little bit more and enhanced PPT. So so I'll come to my Claude Cowork first of all. Okay, what I have to do here, I have to suppose I have to create a PPT. So what I will do, I will create a new folder. So I will remove the access to everything. I'll say I want to create a new project. Okay, so I'll say start from scratch. I can, or maybe leave it, create a new project. uh, and okay, let's start. So I'll just say Claude PPT. Okay, and then I don't need to tell anything, so I just created this particular folder. So I'm into this folder, Claude PPT. Okay, now I want to create some for example, I want to create a basic PPT. So let's say I will say, do you guys have any recommendation you want me to try? Otherwise I can start with my own thought. Any particular topic you want me to try PPT on?
Yeah. So this conference, right? Databricks conference has just recently happened. I want to create simple slides with all the key updates.
Okay, so what I will do, that I again, for this information, let's say there was some workshop, right? It happened here. Claude right now will not have context. So what it will have to do, I need some content because I also don't know what that workshop was. So what I will say to Claude that okay, there was, yeah, please, someone has raised hand.
So this Claude PPT folder is present now in
my computer, in my laptop.
the laptop, which like where it is located?
So it created in the root directory only. So what I can do is I can wait a second. Let me show you from scratch. Let me close it. Why is it not opening? Just a second. Yeah. Okay. So if you see, when you open Cowork, everyone please listen this very carefully. Whenever you open Cowork, right, you'll see this option work in a project or a folder. Okay. So here you can select to create a new project or choose a different folder. So suppose I click on this, it will open my entire window. I can go on desktop. Okay. I can create a new folder, for example, Claude PPT 3, for example. Okay. So this folder is sitting in my desktop now. Clear? And I will open it. So it will ask me allow permission. So I allowed it. So now, if you see, this is telling me I'm inside this PPT folder, which is on my desktop, Claude PPT 3. Clear?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So suppose I want to create a PPT. Again, you don't need to worry about anything. It's very simple thought right now that, hey, I want to create a PPT on something. Just simple prompting. I'm not talking about any special connector, plugin, MCP right now. Very simple. So, right. So what I will say that, okay, recently there was a Databricks conference. Explore online the content of it and create, for example, let's say a three-page PPT uh, based on the authentic content. Okay. I'm not giving any big prompt right now. Very basic prompt. Recently, there was a conference. Explore it online. Okay. Explore it online. The content of it and create a three-page PPT based on it. I will just, so now I have these options: ask before acting and act without asking. So what is the difference? That a lot of time Claude has to run some commands in the backend, right? So if you select this, it will always ask you, hey, I want to run this code. I want to run this code. You can decide whether you want to give approval or not. And if you click on this, it will not ask you anything. Okay. So generally go so that it asks you, so that it does not do anything that's not in your control. So I'll just keep it ask, and model I have chosen Opus 4.8. Okay. And I will just send it. So let's see what it does. So it will track the progress here. If you see, now this is the folder I am in. This is the context right now. So if you see what it is doing, if I just do this, so it is searching the internet for the content. Okay. Let's see what it is able to come up with. So it organized, right? It found some results here that, okay, these were the summits that were there, and it is exploring all the, like, how it is doing. You don't need to worry. Claude is very powerful enough to explore internet. Okay. Then it will search the content and let's see what it does. So first of all, what it will do, it will explore internet properly. Okay. Gather the content, prepare a plan, and once the plan is ready, then it will go about creating the presentation. Yeah, please. Yeah, someone has raised their
Yeah. So I had a doubt. We just said that Claude give us information about the Databricks program. We did not specify the timeline. So internet will have 2025, 2026.
I mentioned recently there was a Databricks conference, right? So it will
Okay,
go
but
online.
okay, so that won't be an issue, right? And it
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
the latest, like it's
It will be
live.
so if it has any, so suppose you give a like create a PPT on a data on recently conducted Databricks workshops. So what it will do, it will find conflicting information. So it will prompt me back, hey, I found multiple one, which one you want to create PPT on? Okay. So Claude is smart enough that wherever it feels there is dicey information or he's not clear, it will always prompt you back that which one should I select.
Because the top sources were all 2025. That's why.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Because I mentioned recently. So for example, if I click on this link, it will extract all the content from this. Okay. Now there is nothing much present here, so it might not have been able to gather. But if I click on this, this is from where it gathered, right? So some content it will. So it is still working. So if you see, it said research is complete, setting up tasks. So what it is doing right now, it is creating the, so in the backend, it is creating code, build.js. Okay. So it created some slides. So what it does, it creates slides, it takes their screenshot and put there. So if I want to really show the progress, let me click on this. So what it has done, that Claude PPT-3, if you see, it has created a PPT in the backend. Let it come up. Let it come up. What does it do? It goes verify few things. So it has created a PPT like this. Okay. So this is, so let me open in PowerPoint. Okay. Create 3-page PPT that world's largest data analytics AI conference, data plus AI summit, 30,000 attendees, blah blah. Right. I also don't know if it's accurate, but it got from there. Okay. And it gave me what Databricks announced, uh, major announcements that they did, and 4 signals from the floor. And did you see that I just gave 2 lines of prompt and it was able to come up with something very potential like this? Okay. So what do you think about it? Right. So it is powerful enough that you just hint it to the right place, or you describe exactly what you want, right? It is powerful enough to go get information and design it. Clear? Yeah.
Is this an editable PPT?
Yeah, it is an additive. So what right now it is not. I will have to ask it. Generally, what it does that. So if you see, no, okay, it has given me editable. Yes. So generally, what it does, a lot of time it just takes image and paste an image. So it is editable. Now, next, what can I do? Suppose I open PPT here. Okay, I have so in PowerPoint also I have this Claude option here. I can click here. I don't need to go to Claude Code right now. If I want to make some changes to this PPT, for example, let us say I'm thinking that this, so if you try to see, there is this text, right? It's not very proper looking, like everything capital. There's a lot of spaces. There are like these big dashes. Do you see? And the color formatting is not very professional, right? So what I can do, I can ask it that, okay, across across the slides, there are end dashes. Okay. R- Remove them. Also make also slide 2 is very light. Make theme consistent. Okay. And then also I can say, for example, so now this is where you come, that how you can analyze that what things are missing. You have to actually prompt it. Very simple. You just have to tell what things are missing. You don't even need to be technical. You can say, for example, Databricks, or you can say in slide 1, add Databricks logo. Okay. Logo 2. Okay. Let's give very basic things. So we have given across slide, there are end dashes, remove them. Also slide 2 is very light, make theme consistent, and in slide 1, add Databricks logo 2. Okay. I'll give it. So I can do this editing part in Cowork as well. I can do here as well, in while opening the PPT as well. Okay. Yeah, please. You have
Here in this Claude, via it searched the web, took the data, and created the PowerPoint, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
have you done any connection in the Claude setup, or everything is by
No,
default?
this is so Claude has by default connectivity to web search. Okay. So whenever you ask, whenever it thinks that, so for example, I said recently there was a Databricks workshop. Claude's model does not have that information. It needs web search. So it figures out that whether the request that is coming, can I answer from my end, or I need to make a web search. So it decided to do a web search. And because Claude has by default connectivity with internet, it brought that information to me.
And creating the PowerPoint also, it has the ability to do it. We are not doing
It has the ability. So I'll tell you what exactly happens in the backend. That eventually you see this PPT and everything. These are nothing. These are just codes. Okay. So when you give your task to Claude, right, what does it do? It actually writes a Python file for you. It's actually write Python. So there's a library called as Python PPTX. It uses that to create PPT. Okay. So eventually in the backend, Claude writes a code, and the output of that code is this PPT. It does not go manually and start pulling things together. So it does via code in the backend. Okay.
And the screen has even Copilot icon also, so we can use both Claude and Copilot together in the same session.
Which screen? My current screen?
Yeah, I think so. I'm seeing some Copilot icon on the top left,
where do you
bottom
see
left, bottom left,
this one?
just sorry, bottom right, bottom right.
Bottom
Is
right.
it only me or anybody also seeing that Cowork icon?
Yes, it is visible beside the reply one.
Beside the
You see
reply.
the Copilot
Okay,
icon.
yes.
yeah. So this is okay. This is Microsoft Copilot. It's installed in my system by default. So yeah, so you can use this as well.
PowerPoint application. So I think that's why it's showing Copilot.
No. See, Copilot is Microsoft product, right? So what is this? PowerPoint. PowerPoint is Microsoft product, right? So if you have for example, if you have a Microsoft Copilot subscription, you can do all this via Copilot as well.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So let's edit your present. So I can edit via this as well. Okay, because I have that subscription.
One quick question. Sorry to interrupt you. So the way the cloud given the presentation, right? Can we get the same kind of PPT from the Copilot? Because recently I tried one kind of a
It should be different. That's the difference. The way Claude creates it, Claude is so why people started switching, because all these capabilities Copilot also had, but the quality of Claude is way better. That's why people switch to Claude.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, please.
Satvik, I do have a question. When we are creating slides for our office requirements at a company, we will be having this infographics team that has a specific format that we will be following across. So how do we kind of like?
I'll come to I'll come to that. So that is after this.
One more thing. So Claude for this subscription, right? Claude plugin add-on which you have had, is it included with your Claude Premium Coworker and stuff, or you have to?
Which thing? I didn't get.
Your Claude, the add-in which you have kept on PPT. That available with your Claude Pro subscription?
Yeah, this is linked with a subscription. If you don't have a subscription, it will not work.
No, is it with the Claude Pro Cowork subscription which you have?
Yeah, it is with the subscription. That's what I'm saying.
Or do you need to get one separately for Microsoft?
No. There is single Claude subscription which works everywhere. So whenever you click on it, it is connected with your Claude Code app only. So you don't need a separate subscription for this. It's just one subscription. Clear?
Satvik, am I audible?
Yep.
Yeah. Can you also, alongside each application you're showing, also show the token usage? Someone also requested that in chat. So that would be good if you can do that.
I didn't get your question.
So like if you made one thing, like so first thing feature you showed is this presentation, right? So if you can alongside show how much token is being used for each thing you're making in the session.
Yeah, we will check. We'll check it after this.
Okay.
We'll check. Again, all that statistics, right? They are better. You can see them better when we do things in terminal. When we do in app like desktop app, everything is not visible. But we'll still try to see. Okay. So it is still working. If you see, it changed this particular thing, right? It changed to dark. and now what it is trying, it has removed the n dashes if you try to see, and it is still one dash is still present here. Now it is trying to fetch the URL. Okay, so now the one problem with using Claude directly in PPT and all this is about the access. A lot of time this desktop app or PPT, they don't have the required access. That's why I generally prefer to use CLI terminal, because there you work with the raw version of Claude and you have everything, access everything that you can control. So all this issue where it is like pulling right now that it is not able to fetch, I can control it better in the VS Code. But still let it do. We will see what it generates. So
So
see,
uh, just you said the Claude will do the work more means better than Copilot, right? So, for example, here in this session, Claude, you are using Opus 4.8. For example,
yes.
if I use the same model in the Copilot, in that case also, Claude do the work better
No,
than.
so if you use the same model in Copilot, even then Claude, see, remember, Claude Code is one product, Claude model are something else. So if you are using same model in GitHub Copilot and Claude Code's output will be better. Okay, because
Okay,
GitHub
and the
yeah.
tokens which are consumed by Claude are more.
By Claude will be generally higher.
Okay.
Because Claude does lot of research, lot of analysis before giving you output. That's why it consumes more token.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
So it is still working on it. Let it work while we will go towards other sections. Clear, everyone? Any question?
Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah, please.
Hello, is it audible?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So let's say we have 4 or 5 PPTs in a specific format, and can we keep those PPTs in those folders that we created and tell and prompt it to follow that
Yep.
specific format?
Yes, we can do that. All that thing is doable. So you point that, hey, this is my PPT, extract the design from this PPT and build me a new PPT. So what Claude will do, first of all, it will extract design patterns from your existing PPT, then it will create new. Okay, I'll show you that. So now we are going, while it is working, let's go to VS Code. Okay, so I'll open this VS Code. So just 1 second. So let me keep this open. So what I will do, I'll open this VS Code. Here what you need to do, first of all, this is my terminal. Okay, what I will do, I'll go and create a folder on my desktop. So I'll say here cd desktop, and I'll create a folder, Claude workshop. Okay, workshop. So from here, I'll click open desktop. This folder is created, Claude workshop, and I will open it. So now what I've done, I've opened the this particular folder. Here I can close this. I can chat with Claude Code via this application as well, like this extension as well. Okay, but I want to do using CLI because I want to tell you that because if you really want to do this, you could do in Cowork as well. Okay, so what you will do, first of all, in your Claude session, let me just zoom in a little bit. So to start Claude in your terminal, what you have to do, you have to write down a command called as Claude. Okay, once you enter it, it will ask you, just give approval, and now you are working. So you have this, but so this is where you will prompt. This particular thing is where you will prompt inside this terminal. I'm working on Opus 4.8, which has a 1 million context window. This is my subscription plan, and this is the folder in which I will be working on. Okay, so now let's give it a very simple task. Again, for example, I am so just let me check if it created or not. Yeah. So see, it added a Databricks logo as well. I'm not sure if it is the right one, but you guys can comment. But it added a logo here. If it's not correct, I could have made prompt better to do it. And this PPT it has created. So let's do what I'll do. I'll just save it for now. Now let's come to my VS Code. Okay, so this is what we saw here. It will create things. You can ask it to do anything, right? You can further give it, hey, I didn't like it, you can just come like prompt it and it will do those changes. So by default it comes up with a view. You generally people are not happy with it because the designs do not comply with their team. So for example, every company has different formats. So what I will do, for example, let us say I want to create a presentation in so let's pick a company online. Okay, so so where did so suppose I want to create a, where did this go? Okay, yeah. So suppose I want to create a PPT on let's say Anthropic. Okay, I want to create an on Anthropic's Claude codes, for example, latest releases and an overview of Claude Code. I want to create a PPT through that. So I will say that. So you need to prompt it a little bit better. Okay. So first, let me write on a prompt here. I'll say prompt.md. Okay. So I'll write on prompt here. I'll just show you that how do you write those particular things. So let me close it. So my idea is to create a PPT. PPT for overview of Claude Code, benefits of Claude Code, and comparison between Claude Code and Codex. Let's say this is the PPT I want to make. Okay, this is rough idea in my mind. Suppose you are working on it, you have a rough idea. Now, before creating a PPT, you need to have few thoughts in mind that you just suppose you want to enhance your, like, because if you give a simple prompt, what it will do, it will generate a PPT, but it might not be aligned with what you want. So what do you have to think about it? First of all, you have to think about what all things will you think while designing a PPT. Tell me. One is design. Okay, uh, design as it like assets and theme. One is that. What else? What else do you think?
Probably the format, like the problem solution.
So yeah, so I want that. Suppose I want let's say 10 slides. Okay, I'll break it. That slide one. For example, slide one will be overview. Okay, overview. Slide 2 to 3, I will say I want. For example, so let me write it down properly. Okay, so content. I'll say content. So how do I plan content? Slide one overview. Okay, overview. Slide 2 to 3. I want what is Claude Code, and what does it do? Okay, slide 4. I'll say how to use Claude Code uh, in general life. Okay, then I'll say slide 5. Let's say Claude Code for engineers. Slide 6 will be Claude Code for PM and non-coders. Okay. So I want three sections. How to slot it general life for engineers, PM and non-coders. Okay. And after that, slide 7 to 10, I would say, for example, uh, pros and cons and competitor analysis with Codex OpenAI. Okay. Suppose, let's say you have to create. So my idea behind telling is that how you can make your slides better now. We have created one slide. We know Claude can generate slide, but we have to make it better. We have to make it more aligned with our company. So number one is design assets, which I will speak about. How do you do that? Okay. Second is content. What else do you care while about building PPT? Anything else do you want to?
Maybe the color and background.
That will come here. That will come here. Okay. And design assets and things. What else? I got design control. I will see. I got content. What else do you want to control? Maybe I will say. Sorry.
Maybe animations.
Okay. I'll say. So I'll say put real facts, images, and animations. Okay. Let's say I want this. Now, similarly, you can add more. Okay. We will come to that. So let's say these are the things I want to control. Now, coming to design and theme, you can do multiple things here. You can put one of your PPT. For example, your company might have a PPT standard, right? For example, let's say you work at Microsoft. So Microsoft will have a template PPT. So what you will say, refer to template PPT in the folder, extract assets and theme from it. Okay. One way is to tell this and it will do for you. Okay. Suppose you don't have asset. So let's say I want to create a PPT on Anthropic. Okay. So I want a so if I go to Claude Code, I will see this is their general website. Look how it looks like. Okay. So this is how it looks like. So if I simply do Claude Code docs. Okay. So what it will do, it has this theme. So I will say for theme, okay, let's do one thing. I don't have a reference PPT right now, but I can say use font design from Anthropic as it is. Okay, go to their official website, extract themes in okay, something like this. I can prompt it. Okay, so let's say I have this particular prompt ready, a basic prompt, a rough idea is ready. Now you want to make, suppose you want to make this little bit better. What you will do, you just copy this. You can go to ChatGPT. Okay, so I'll go to ChatGPT. I'll say make this prompt more robust to generate PPT. Okay, so I'll give. So I've given my rough prompt. So that's why this is where your brainstorming goes. I was doing some brainstorming with you guys. I put something there, and I will just put to here, right? So let's see what ChatGPT gives. Yeah, please.
Satvik, if I want to make PPTs for different audience for the same content, for example, for the product team,
Yeah,
I need to have,
yeah.
where do I mention those things?
You have to mention in prompt only that I want to create the 3 versions of PPT. I will add to this. Okay, let's add to
Okay,
this.
thank you.
So let's pick another company, for example, Microsoft. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll use Microsoft theme as well. So one theme we'll use for Cloud Code, one theme we will use for. So I'll say update prompt to generate 2 PPT designs, 2 PPTs, one Anthropic theme, and second Microsoft official theme. Okay. So now I will update the prompt. Let's see what prompt it gives me. So always remember, as humans, we have raw thoughts, right? We might not be very skilled in writing best prompts. So use AI always to generate best prompts, right? So you put your raw thoughts always somewhere and then just give to, so it has done. Now let's go and paste it there and let's read it a little bit what it has done. Okay. So if we see, it has sent generate 2 separate PPT decks on the same topic, Claude Code Overview, Anthropic theme, and Microsoft official theme. Both decks should cover overview, benefits, and something it has given. And then important, use the same core content in both decks, but make the visual design completely different. And design one is deck one is this, deck two is this, and it has mentioned what all content should be there in each slide. And research required. So it has asked to research as well. And content rules, use facts only, do not exaggerate, do not say Claude Code or Codex University is better, right? That is important. Separate facts from opinion. Okay. Animation also, it has recommended few things and it has given output. So for both, give me an output of this PPTX and this. So what I will do, I will just copy this and I'll put to Claude and then I will take your question. So what did I do? Control All, Control C. I'll put in Claude. Okay. And I will just press enter. Now it will start working. So yeah. So while it is working, I will take your questions. Yeah, please.
Okay, generally in prompts you have this format, right? Something like persona,
Yeah,
context,
yeah,
class, etc.
yeah.
Is it
You have that.
following?
You have that.
Yeah, is it
You can.
following?
It. I didn't get what you're saying.
No. There is something like this format: persona, task, context, something, etc. Just saying this prompt that we
This
just got from
this prompt
ChatGPT
didn't
is not
contain
following.
that, but you can add that again. That comes to your prompting skill, right? So the way you want to prompt. Okay.
My
So
point is, even ChatGPT, though we are asking from ChatGPT, it's not giving in that format.
yeah,
So is
because
it
you have
not
to ask
needed?
it. Because see, there is no generic description of how a prompt should look like. Prompt is basically your how you want it. I could have said it, hey, I want a persona based prompt. So give me that, right? So I should have mentioned it when I am. I
Oh,
just
got
gave
it.
it a
We can
generic
mention
text.
it. Okay.
Yeah, what did I say to ChatGPT? I said that make this prompt more robust. Now, more robust has no definition, correct? So, what ChatGPT is doing, it is trying to come up with what it thinks is best. But if I want something custom, I have to specifically mention that use prompt a chain of thought prompt method. Use prompt with these sections, right? Use multi like few shot prompting, like those things you can give to it. So you have to specifically mention them.
Got it. Thank you.
Hi,
So,
Satvik.
yep.
Could you please again show both the prompts that you had sent over
This
to ChatGPT for refinement of Claude prompt?
So I sent. So I actually
If you
tweeted it,
can,
but this
yeah,
is the prompt I sent. Right? If you see, make this prompt more robust. Create a PPT for overview of Claude Code. Even my spelling was in benefits of Claude Code and comparison between Claude Code and Codex. Okay. Design. I just gave it one line, and content I gave it rough, and I said put real facts and animation. What it came up with a better prompt. Like if you see, it has specifically mentioned what should be present on each slide. A research part it added that before creating, do proper research, build a polished PPT, visual requirements, quality bar. So these things it added.
very well. And what was the next prompt?
Next, I just gave it update the prompt to generate. Earlier it was generating one PPT. I said it update prompt to generate two PPT because I want to compare. Suppose two themes. One is generating in Claude. Suppose I want to also generate in Microsoft official theme, right? So I just gave it this much. So then it gave me this prompt that generate two separate PowerPoint decks, deck one, deck two, right, and all this.
Very well. I just wanted to see what you prompted there, which generated
Yeah,
such a refined prompt. Thank you so much.
yeah, no problem. So again, so that's what I do mostly. I use rough content in my mind, raw idea in my mind, and I use AI to generate prompt. Okay. So because AI is better writing the prompts, I might miss a lot of things. So it is doing. So while it is doing what does it do? It generates this dot plot folder. You don't need to know all this right now, but here it tracks a lot of information. Now, someone was asking me, right, that how much. Uh, so if I do slash uh, context, okay, let it work. After that, I will show you how much tokens it consumed and all that. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking the messages. Yeah, we will do the voice files as well. We are going to do a video generation as well. For there, I have recorded my audio. If I show you, what I have done is I have this ElevenLabs. Okay, so I have cloned my voice. So what I did to ElevenLabs, I gave all my class recordings, and I asked it to. So my voice is cloned. If you see, it has my voice, Satvik. Okay, now I gave it this particular task and it generated my voice clone here. What we are going to do towards the after the PPT part is generating the uh, video from that audio. So this was my audio. If I try to play it, ETL is the backbone of data engineering. Imagine a company moving customer and so this video, this audio is generated by AI. I didn't say anything. We will use this to create a video as well. Okay, I'll show you. Let's complete the PPT part first, then we'll come to that.
Satvik, here in the Visual Studio for that prompt file, you have created prompt.md
Yeah.
as file name, right? So always it should be prompt or
No. It's just for my reference. It's just for me to show you guys.
no,
Otherwise, I directly type here.
No, can I give this file name as anything or it's
Anything. It need not be prompt.md. You can call it abc.md. It doesn't matter.
okay? In some code bases, I have seen some multiple MD files.
Those are Claude MD files and skill MD files. We don't need to go there yet. Okay. This is just for my reference. So
No. What I'm asking is for those things, that file name should be like anything or some specific name.
there are some specific file names that need to be there.
Okay.
Prompt.md is not that specific file.
Okay.
This can be anything. Those file names are beyond scope of this session. So I'll cover in the Claude Code course or some other workshop. But this I just created for my reference. Right?
Okay. I can give any file name here.
You can give any file
Yeah.
name.
Okay. Thanks.
So let it generate. So it has got the current facts from official sources, everything. It is working on it. Oh, let's see what it is. Yeah. Meanwhile, anyone has any question, please let me know.
I think she meant to ask if the file type should always be MD.
No. I told her, right? It doesn't need to be MD. MD is just easy to view. That's why I added here so that I can show you. You can keep it any file here. This is just I created a rough file. This is my working file. It need not to be MD file. It could be text file as well. So I could have simply written abc.txt as well. So I can go here. I can just call it abc.txt as well. Okay. It's up to me how I want to keep it.
And while putting in the terminal, what you have put a command, and so what you have put in the terminal?
This exact prompt.
As it is.
As it is. I just see, if you try to see, I just put it. Generate 2 separate PowerPoint decks on the same topic. So this is the prompt I gave. And after that, it's Claude working.
Okay. Okay.
So let it generate. It takes a couple of minutes, right? So let it do that.
Even I can ask Claude to refer abc.txt.
Yeah, you could have simply said, hey, refer to the prompt in abc.txt, complete the work. So it would have done. Okay. So while it is working, the next task that we will do after this is a video generation. So for example, let me show you this video, right, which I created using Claude. So let me just play it. You don't, and this is totally, you can do this with your simple Claude subscription. You don't need any some Higgs field or Hagen. You don't need those things. This is entirely done by Claude Code. So
migrating a retailer's data to the cloud is a job for ETL. Extract, transform, load. Extract pulls orders, customers, and clickstream from legacy databases. Batch loads the history overnight. Streaming captures live events as they happen. The raw data lands first in a data lake. Transform then cleans it and maps every field to a new schema inside the Databricks lakehouse. Finally, load delivers modeled tables to the warehouse, ready for analytics. Okay, so this is the video it generated. I gave it some prompt, and slash commands in Claude is out of this scope, this session. So I will not be covering in this workshop, but some, because there are a lot of things. If I go there, in short, they are short commands to do a lot of things. For example, if I just want to, let's say, for example, if I there's a slash goal command. If I have a specific task I wanted to do endlessly, I can use this. So slash commands are basically dedicated work that you want to do. So I mean, yeah, for this workshop, that is more than enough. We'll cover it in some other class. So, yeah. So the way we are doing this, because this will generate PPT in a much more efficient way. Right now, what did it do is that, yes, we generated PPT, but it was not as per my current expectation. Okay. So if you see, what does Claude does in the backend? It creates a file. It actually creates a Python code to generate PPT. Okay. So if you see, this is the code that Claude has written from PPTX input presentation. And this is the entire code that it has written. So as I mentioned, Claude doesn't it's not a human that will open a PPT and build for you. Everything that you see is governed by code. So it writes the correct code to generate that PPT. Same with video, like we will do video generation. Video generation is also handled by actual code in the backend. Okay. Yeah, please, someone has raised hand.
So, Atik, any idea why Claude only deals with Python only to generate such kind of
No,
PPTs or
it's
any.
not like that. Claude only deals with you can tell him that I want code in this format. But for PPT generation, Python has better libraries, so that's why it goes to that by default. If I would have asked it to create a UI, it would have chosen React or HTML or anything. So Claude doesn't go to Python by default.
Thank you.
It's for the use case. It knows that for this use case, this code is better. So that's why it is able to do. So if you see, it has built, but it is visually inspecting key slides. Okay. So I could have added one more thing. I could have added here few more lines that before giving PPT to me, open each slide, take screenshot, analyze it. If something is missing, fix it and come to me. Okay. So then Claude will take more time. It will generate slides. Then after generating, it will take screenshot of each slide, see if it is coming the way you want it or not. If something is wrong, it will go and fix it. Okay. So it has created the PPT. First, let's see that PPT. Then we will. I'll come to the question. So let me open this. So yeah. So this is Anthropic theme. So let's see the Anthropic theme one first. If you see this PPT has come in Anthropic theme. So it is exactly like the it is present at Anthropic, right? We just saw here. So same color that Anthropic follows, it is following here. So let's see what all it has here. So is it coming back? Why it is not? Something wrong with my system. Okay, so Claude Code, right? Why it's not coming in full view? Something is wrong. Okay, let's track it anyway. So this is Claude Code and agentic coding tool. See, it is giving me n dashes. I don't want it because this is a sign of AI generation and AI. So it gave me some overview. What is Claude Code? Agentic, not autocomplete, many surfaces. Okay, it gave that. What does Claude Code do? Understand code base, plan approach, edit files, run, verify, commit, and PR. Okay. Then for general life, how you can use it? Automate repetitive tasks like, okay, analyze and summarize, schedule routines. Suppose you want Claude to, hey, every morning go and post a LinkedIn content for me. Post this content on LinkedIn for me, right? So Claude will automatically search things for you, go and post for you, right? So this is a very, very like big use case people do. Draft and translate. For engineers, multi-file change, quality changes, Git and CI, and this. Okay. For PMs, non-coders, describe intent, understand the code, prototype. Suppose PMs need to prototype things at times. Connect your tools, chat to PR. These things you can do. Benefits of Claude Code. Okay. And then limitations, token intensive, no free tier is there. Config silo, right? So you need to set up some configuration. Claude Code versus OpenAI Codex. It gave me this comparison. Okay. And then recommendation. Choose Claude Code if you work on large complex bases. Codex if you want to delegate and review results later. So this is its recommendation. Whether it's correct or not, again, that's subjective. So this is something content you will have to review. It will generate content based on its knowledge, context, whatever it is. Whether this recommendation is right or wrong, I also don't know. Okay. So that's something you will need to work on. So this is there. Now let's see the other one that we opened. So where did it go? Not this. Wait a second. This is Claude for everyone. Okay. This is Microsoft. Let's see what themes come in Microsoft. If you see, this is the Microsoft theme. Exactly same content, but it gave in me in Microsoft theme, right? So this is something wrong with my system. Don't worry. So see, this is Microsoft theme. It gave me same content almost. Yeah, but in theme. So as I mentioned, you can refer. You can point it to your theme. Your theme could be living in a file. Your theme could be living in a PPT. Your theme could be living online. You just point it and it go and get things for you. Clear? Okay. Any question, anyone?
So, Satvik, if we want to add few images inside this PPT,
you will
so
have to
is it
prompt it.
Okay, so will it create itself, or we need to
Yeah,
provide
so
the images as well?
so you'll have to provide it. Otherwise, suppose you want to generate some images through AI, you can say, you can add your API key and you say, hey, use this model to generate images and give and add to this PPT. So that also you can do. So, or you can give to link that, hey, extract images online, whatever free images are available, extract them and put in the PPT. That also it would do. So you need to tell it. So you can generate it by AI, you can download from internet, you can provide images by yourself. So it's up to you.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
I think there was nothing wrong with your system, Satvik. I think there were animations in the slides where you click and text will appear because we asked for animation, right?
Oh yeah,
I
it could be there. It could be there. Yes, yes. You're right. You're right.
Satvik, I have one question. How can we use the cloud for our day-to-day work I mean, for the office work? Because normally, recently, I faced one thing like we should have enterprise one, whatever they are using. It could be ChatGPT or Copilot, because it's a company's data and we cannot upload and try it. I don't have enterprise license, but normally in for our analysis or in the backend, if you want to analyze your data, understand your data, and want to do some ETL process or a SQL code, something like that. That
Yeah, so
what is the
that
approach?
is a lot of process. There is GitHub connectivity, putting code here. There are a lot of practices to do it, right? Again, it's beyond scope of this session. I'll
Okay.
cover in the in a course or separate workshop that, for example, again, see, Claude Code has multiple. In this workshop, we are covering the general uses like PPT, video generation. Okay, Claude's
Yes.
major use is for engineers is in the code. Like I have automated my entire office work through Claude Code, right? So those things
Okay.
I will show you in separate. Like I have done other workshops as well. If you go here, for example, we did a workshop. If you check the school community, so here in class we did a session on this Claude Code dynamic workflows. Check this out. There I've shown how you this one method how you can use it. I've also covered superpowers. This is a method to use Claude Code in your regular office work. Okay, so I mean engineering work basically. So this you can refer, but I will keep conducting the workshop for those things as well.
Okay.
Can you send the link?
It's school community, right? So you can just join from here.
Okay.
Okay, so let's. I'll send everything after the class. Don't worry. So let's move to the next part of it. Okay, what we did right now is, now think like this. PPT generation has lot of things. Okay, uh, for example, I don't know the prompt that I created was perfect. Agreed, right? So how do you ensure? For example, today you created a good PPT. Tomorrow also, suppose you gave multiple prompts. So you created a PPT. Like, let's say what I did, I created a PPT here. Okay. Let's say this is there. I have worked it at least 5 to 6 iterations or 10 iterations, and I logged one PPT. But suppose I have to create a PPT next time. Do I really want to go through all that 7 to 8 times again? It's time consuming. Suppose I worked on a PPT on Thursday. By weekend, I forgot. Monday, I have to work on a new PPT. How do I get all that learning from my previous session or a standard way to generate PPT? Okay, so this is what I'm going to talk next. So what we did right now was a simple prompt. I'm just going to tell you two other methods. We are not going to deep dive more because we have two other parts to cover. So what? So for a very simple example, let's see this. There's a person, right? So let's come here. Say xyz.nd. Okay. So suppose there is a person who is a data analyst. Okay. What are the skills of a data analyst? Skills in the like what he's capable of doing. He's good at SQL. He's good at Excel, for example. Okay. There might be other things as well, but for example, let's say SQL and Excel are the two things he's good at. Now, there are some
SQL and
other.
Python, analytics, Power BI.
Yeah. I mean, just let's call it analytics. Okay. Now, there are is data analyst the only role in market? If you go to the company, a company will have a financial analyst. Okay. If you go to a bank will have a credit risk analyst. If you go to, let's say, e-commerce website, they might have a marketing analyst. Okay. There are roles like product analyst. Tell me what is common between them and what is the difference between them, between these roles.
Domain is different.
Domain is different. So all of them might be using the same tools, but what are they doing? They are leveraging different
analysis,
domain knowledge, right? That how to do things there. Correct? Similarly, take another example. Let's say you're McDonald's, okay? McDonald's has how many? Like it has, assume, let's say it has 1,000 branches, okay? How does McDonald's ensure that the burger that you are having, it is same taste, same quality, everything same at each of the branches? How does McDonald's ensure that? How do you ensure that McDonald's you're eating
a
at Delhi
central
is tasting same as McDonald's eating at Mumbai? How is it? How are you ensuring they're same?
Setting a
central data
SOP.
points.
So there's a thing called as SOP, right? Or I can call it recipe, which is specific to McDonald's. That let's say McDonald's they have some XYZ burger, okay? So to create this burger, McDonald's might be using a standard operating procedure or a recipe that okay, to prepare this burger, we need these type of buns, we need these type of things, and they need to be done in a certain order. So basically, what is there? There is a recipe that if each of the 1,000 branches are following, and that's how they are ensuring that the burger that is coming out is consistent. Are you guys with me or not?
Correct.
Correct. Anyone, any question till this point?
And also, which French fry, what temperature, like even
What
the
temperature? Yeah. So this recipe will have all the steps, right? Like how to create, what temperature to maintain, whatever configuration to be done, what steps to be followed. So they will have, for example, let's say burger recipe dot md. Okay. And what will they have? For example, they will have entire recipe. For example, let's go to ChatGPT for this. Give me a burger recipe template for mock data, assume McDonald's, okay? So that it stays consistent. So again, I'm just generating a random information right now just to show you. So for example, let's say they will have this recipe here, okay? So let it generate. Okay, so suppose this is their recipe. So it is called as, let me call it abc dot this. Okay, this is their recipe. And for example, burger one, classic cheeseburger, uh, time minutes 10, cook time 8. These are all the properties like ingredients, regular bun, quantity 1, beef patty, quantity 1, right? And they have lot of settings and configuration here there. Okay, and every branch of McDonald's is ensuring that they are following the same recipe, and that's how things are generating identically. Correct? Any question on this part? So I want to take this learning and I want to put in Claude that I want to generate PPT. I want to make sure PPT is consistent. Doesn't matter. I write it today, I write it tomorrow, I write 10 days later. Okay. So to do that, there's a thing called inside Claude, which are called as skills. Okay. So skills are basically recipes to do things. So to generate PPT, there is a template. There's a particular type of code exactly that you will follow, a code template that you will follow so that it generates the right thing. Okay. So what does Anthropic does? It has provided you a skill called as Anthropic PPT skill. Okay. So this is a skill that Anthropic has provided. Okay. So it contains this is their PPT skill. Name PPT, use this skill at any time a PPT is involved, right? So this is when to use it. And this is some of their description that, for example, what does it mention? That how to edit the PPT. When you're creating PPT from scratch, read this particular file. Okay. And design ideas. So before starting, pick a bold content information, color palettes. It is defined that these are the correct color for each slide. Every slide needs a visual element, image, chart. So it will give some options. Okay. So this is there. Then they have some other files as well, that how to edit a PPT. Okay. And some, again, you don't need to read them. Just know that this is something that this is a recipe of creating PPT that Claude Code has provided. So if 10 people use the same skills, if they integrate with their Claude Code, what will happen? The PPT that will generate out of it will be consistent. Colors might vary. I'm not saying exact color will be there, exact content will be there, but the theme, the way PPT is generated, it will be almost similar. Okay. So this is called the recipe for generating PPT. If you come to Claude Code desktop as well, right, you will see something here as customize. In customize, you see this thing called as, so I showed you connectors, right, where you can connect. There's a thing called as skills. So here you can, for example, add. So you can browse skills, and these are the different skills that it comes up with. For example, so it has a PPT one. If it doesn't have, we can import that as well. That's fine. We will import that. Okay. Any question, anyone on skills so far?
Hi, Satvik. Two quick
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
So you just showed on GitHub that there are certain set of skills on Anthropic's GitHub repository. So when you install Claude on a system, did those automatically come configured, or generally it
They
comes
don't come.
blank?
So skills, again, as I mentioned, skill is an external knowledge. Okay. So Claude Code doesn't come it with by default. You will have to install it into your Claude Code setup.
Okay, so when we install it, those suggestions will come by default, or we'll have to fill
Yes,
it up?
they'll come. So I'll show you. So how to install, let me show you a skill here. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to install this particular thing called as, this is agent skill. Let me check with the PPT ones. Front end design.
Sure, take your time. I didn't mean to derail your.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying. Okay. So what you can do is, so let me show you, plugin install agent skill. This thing called as, let me get it for you. Topic PPT skill. This is there. You can, there's a command to download it. I'm just checking it. Wait a second. Okay. Anyway, so we can ask Claude as well. Here that. So I'll say to Claude that give me command to download Claude's official PPT skill. Okay. So it will give you, again, if you don't understand anything, remember Claude is always there to help you. Okay. With me, it's by default in my system. So I also forgot the command. So it will get and fetch that command for you. So because I deleted before, yeah.
How many skills like this, like present? Any list of it, or?
Yeah, there are a lot of, if you come here, for example, awesome skills. There are a lot of skills marketplace and market, right? So this is, so if you see, these are a lot of, so this is some PPT skill, someone custom created it. Okay. Stitch skills, nothing design. So a lot of are there, because skills are nothing. They're eventually prompts only. Okay. So you can connect with any kind of skill that you want. So you'll have tooling, workflow, data. So data skill, for example, understand anything. So there is an understand anything where if you don't understand, and like suppose you get a random code base in your company, you install this skill and it will completely explain you that code. Okay. Then there's a Claude Code best practice skill. If you install it, it will do all the right setting for Claude Code into your system. Then you have, for example, usage monitor, notebook LLM skill. Suppose you want to use notebook LM, right? Anti-gravity, last 30-day research. So Excel skills, and there are tons of, and this is not the only website. This is not some official website of skills. There are, like, if you go skills, Claude skills marketplace. Okay, so if you see, this is another one where you can, tons of skills are there. So you just need to see which one is relevant to you. Don't you install a lot of skills. So this is LoveHub is very famous for it has a lot of good skills. A lot of top engineers put their skills here. So this one I have used it. So front end design is there. Flight search. Suppose you want to check flights, you can use it there. Okay, so it is there, but not going there in detail right now. So
Is it safe to install any random
yeah,
skill?
because these are the so you need to review it. Mostly of these are just prompts only, right? So just read them once, or maybe just ask Claude if I can install it. And generally in companies, what happens inside your companies, every company these days maintain something called as a skill registry that contains all the skills that are officially allowed in your company. Because your internal company also have a lot of pattern standards, right? So those things you can use from your company as well. Okay.
Okay.
Karthik, whenever we prompt Claude, do we need to
Yep.
tell it explicitly to use this skill, or will it, if that skill is
It,
installed,
it,
it will
it
by
no, you
default
don't
use
need
it?
to tell it. It will get it automatically.
Very well. So is it safe to say that earlier what we used to call system prompts, it has
Yeah.
been upgraded to skills now in
Yeah.
future
So
and
system
currently?
prompt goes there by default, but these are the like specific. For example, suppose you have installed 10 skills in your system. Okay. You only need one particular skill. Let's say you want a skill for PPT. So other skills will not be loaded into a system prompt. So it works dynamically.
So it's like whatever the internal tool or agent that creates PPT will automatically load that skill, right?
Yes. Yep.
Uh, Thank you
So
for
see,
confirming.
yeah. So what happened now? I installed this PPT skill. If I do slash PPT, this particular skill is there. So use this skill anytime involved in any way input output. This includes creating slide decks, pitch decks, or something. So what will I do? Suppose I have this particular prompt, right? Again, I'm not going to wait till end. I'm just showing you how you can instantiate it. That where did that prompt? Go? Yeah. Okay. It was here, right? So I'll just simply give now. If you specifically want to use, I'll give this prompt. Okay. So let's see what happens. I have not mentioned any skill for it to use right now. What will Claude do? It will determine my task. Based on that, it will see if it has a skill. If it is available, you will see that it invoked that skill. So let's run it. Let's see what you see here.
Sure, that will be helpful to
See,
visualize. Thank
see,
you.
if you see, it loaded the skill, right? Successfully
Perfect,
loaded the
perfect.
skill. Okay. So this is how you do it. Now, one more thing. These skills you can create your custom. So I have created my, so this PPT that you're seeing in this class, right? This is I created based on my custom skill, which I created. So that particular I have uploaded there as well officially. So if I show you, where did this go? So this is an official skill that I created. Okay. I named it Pitchcraft. And this is only for cinematic that I created. So you get two types of PPT, like this view or a light view. Okay. You have to specify which one, and very simple. So you can also take this and install. For example, I have mentioned the command here, this Pitchcraft. Okay. So what I will do, I'll copy this and I will come open Claude in my computer. So I did Claude. So not Claude. I need to first install it. Sorry. Oh, okay. So sorry. My bad. My bad. It's a plugin, right? So you'll say, wait a second. Let me do back. So I created my custom skill. Okay. I will install in my system now. So I say marketplace add FNU Satvik this Pitchcraft. So first of all, I will add it. Okay. It added to marketplace. Now I can go and install it. So and now I will use the next command, Pitchcraft. Okay. So here I will say this and install for you. So I'll simply say for me right now. So it installed this plugin. So now I will say plugin reload. So what it will do, it will reload everything. So if I see I have two plugins, one skill. So let's see what all I have. If I do slash plugin, so I have this installed Pitchcraft. Do you see this? Pitchcraft, which I created. Okay. If I go enter, uh, I can, so it has a skill called a cinematic deck. So this plugin, what does it contain in the backend? It has skills cinematic deck, which I have created and I have put it here. Okay. So it will follow the entire, it has some reference files from which, so what this cinematic deck does is that you give it a prompt and it will first of all gather all the asset design, select a theme, lot of things it does, and it generates in a specific style. So now that I have done it, what I will do, I'll say that create a cinematic PPT on, for example, uh, on benefits of 4-day work a week. Again, I don't need to add big prompts now because everything, like I don't need to say go from internet, pick this design color, everything, because all that work, heavy lifting will be taken care by this plugin or skill first. Okay, if I just enter, let's see what does it do here. So I said create this. So it has loaded this Pitchcraft cinematic deck. And now
So
what it will do, yeah.
will it use less tokens than like previous one?
Sorry?
Will it took less tokens
No,
than previous
it will
one?
use more it will use more tokens, but it will produce output that I need. So it's a trade-off. So what companies generally do inside companies, you will have skills for create. So that create skills which match the theme of presentations as per your company standards. Okay. So if everyone has using that skill, you just need to create work on the content and then say, hey, create this PPT as per my company skill, and it will generate for you. So lot of your heavy lifting will be sorted. So let it generate. Okay. Yeah, please.
Satvik, other than PPT, would you like to share some more kind of tasks for which skills can be used? I'm unable to actually visualize where
I'll
other
come to
use
that.
cases I can use
Again, this
skills.
class is limited to PPT, video, and resume, right? So we are focusing on these three only.
No,
Skills
of
can be
course.
used for skills can be used to generate code, CI/CD setup. It can be used to deploy code. It can be used to create database. There are unlimited uses of skills.
Perfect. That's all my intention was. I don't mean you to demo it. I meant to hear you
Yeah.
out.
So skill,
What other use?
if you see here, this is it, right? This is a skills official page. Let me show you. So if you come here, suppose you want skill for content generation. So it is here. Okay. Article publisher, cartograph. So this is one. Suppose you want, let's go a little bit more office work, right? For example, not this one. Let me show you. IT. So this is testing. Okay. So web app testing, test driven development, iOS code reviewer skill, systematic debugging, playwright skill. It is used to run so that Claude can control your browser. Okay, this is one of those skills. If you come here, DevOps skills are there. So ML AI engineer, pin me, and there are like tons of skills which you can use.
So the question, sorry to interrupt, like if I use a skill called say test case review, okay, I have written my test cases in Playwright through Playwright tool in TypeScript, and I wanted to want this thing to review my test cases. There are like 200 test cases. So once it has reviewed and it will give me a review report or whatever its findings are. So after that is done, do you think that we don't need a peer reviews in our team for the test case
You
review?
need, see, eventually it's AI content only, right? So you always need to, two things are there. The quality of skill also matters.
Yeah.
A skill anyone can write 2 lines as well, and that is also a skill. A skill can be of 1,000 lines as well. Okay, so the quality of skills matter. So if you're using a trusted skill which you think has worked earlier for people, yes, trust it blindly. But if a skill is there which you are using for the first time, so never trust it blindly. Let it do the work, then you analyze it, then you judge it whether the work was good or not. So
Yeah,
suppose
but
you
then Yeah, but I get it. But the next question is like, suppose like now AI has like the skill generator has reviewed my test suite for me, and it has given some review, and then I have used it for the first time, say, and now you said like we still need to do a manual review, and so but there on one hand I am like reducing the time for test case review using this skills, but on the other hand again I need to still manually review the do a peer
You need to
review. So
manually because you are working on a skill that you know don't trust. If your company, generally how skills work in company, there are people who test it first, that does this skill work or not. If it doesn't work, they improve it. Once it has been officially approved by your team, then you can blindly take it and work on it. So again, if you
Is
randomly
it an
pick any skill
idle?
from, you're not getting my point. If you're, what is skill? Skill is just a recipe. Every recipe, how do you know if your recipe is correct or not?
Okay.
If you have enough,
If
if you buy a product from Amazon, you see, check its reviews, right?
the
If it has
reviews.
lot of reviews, then you will buy instantly. If it has only one review, will you buy it?
No.
So it's as simple as that, right? See, remember one thing: AI content even if AI generation is never 100% correct. Okay,
Yeah.
you need to find a way that to test it. Now that balance need to be done. If your skills are perfect, they have been thoroughly tested and everything, then your manual review part will be less. Okay, but if your skills are not tested, you're just randomly giving prompt, hey, generate this, then you're also not sure. So I'll give a very simple example. In my company, we have a PR review process that whenever anyone
Yeah.
makes any changes in a code base and he pushes, there is a skill that it goes through. The skill automatically does all the unit testing, integration testing, CI/CD testing, and then only the code gets pushed. Okay, so we have tested that multiple times, that hey, does this skill, if I try to do this kind of work, does it work? So we have tested multiple times. Now we are confident. Yeah, now we blindly use it. Okay, but if there is a skill, for example, there's a skill to create a UI. Now that skill, I haven't tested it. So what I will do first, I will test it. Hey, is it coming good or not? If it is not coming good, I will improve it. Improve test, and then once that process is standardized, then I'm good to use it. So over the time, you will eventually reduce your work only, but it's just about that trust. In random skills, you won't trust the skills which are officially available in market. For example, there are a lot of skills. For example, and this is Anthropic front end design skill. Okay, this is Anthropic's UI design skill. Trust it blindly because Anthropic has released it, so many people have used it, people are good with it. There is a skill called as superpowers. Okay, super power skill. This is a skill to how do you code, or like how do you do the entire coding part with Claude automatically. Now this is 234,000 stars. Okay, a lot of people
Yeah.
it's a very much reviewed skill. So
Yeah.
I use it daily, right? So that's why I trust it blindly.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm saying that the trust to the skills comes up with the usage. Okay, so I can create, for example, I created this skill pitchcraft. How many reviews? It has 0 star right now, one fork. Will anyone trust it? No one will trust it. I will trust it because I have created it. But will you trust it? No, you will not trust it unless you have used and seen it working.
Yeah.
Get my point?
Got it. Yeah.
Okay, so let it generate. So now we will move to the next part, right? Okay, it has generated. Let's see as well. What does it create? Okay, open. The 4-day week, right? So it created one. I forgot to mention the light theme. So it created one 4-day a week. Okay, in one theme. Okay, again, see, quality is not that good to be honest, because this is a custom skill I created on a certain use case. So, but it has given me output in the way I wanted, but it is still not perfect. Okay, so do you trust the skill blindly? Don't trust it blindly. Okay, so see, it created this one. This is more better aligned with what I had, so I will trust. So trust this, right? So now this PPT is more aligned with what I wanted. So that's how you do it. Clear? So this was the PPT generation part, guys. We did simple prompt, skills, and a custom plugin that I have given you. Okay. Again, this is just for reference. You can create your own custom plugin as well, but your main need to do first understand through simple prompting and how will you change things by prompting, then start using skills. Okay. That's all you need to do. Right. All the content I'll give you, don't worry. So shall we move to the next part, video generation? We have around 1 hour left. So we'll spend like the process will remain same for video generation as well. I'll just show you the steps.
Just one question, like not related to this one. If we do web scraping data using Claude, so is it authorized or it is legally not permitted?
It is it is given by Anthropic, so you use it. Very simple. There's no like official confirmation from anyone. This is given by Anthropic, so we are using that. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's move to the video generation part. Okay. So video generation. So let me come here to PPT. We'll move a little bit quick in the video generation part. Of course I'll tell you the concepts, but so okay. No, this portfolio part we will do in the end. Let's come to animation video. Okay. So I showed you a video that I created. Okay. Now, video creation is, if you try to understand, is for example, AI models do it, right? So you give, there are a lot of AI models, there are a lot of tools. If you go out there, Higgsfield, HeyGen, right, which actually do the AI generation videos. So if I go to Higgsfield, right here, you see it, these video generation. Now, problem with them is that they have subscription. For example, Higgsfield has pricing of how many? $99 per month. Of course, the video they create is entirely different. What I'm talking about, the video is what you can use for your simple content generation, your office work, and like simple reels if you want to put out there, right? The one that I showed you today, right? So how do you create that? To create that, again, Claude, what does Claude do? Remember this thing. Claude does the coding part. So it has to write some code to generate videos. So now how does it happen is that there is a process called as hyperframes, okay, which we are going to use today. So this is a very this is called as hyperframes edit videos by vibe coding. So what does it? Let me first tell you the process that it does. That whenever, suppose I give a prompt to Claude that, hey, create a video for me based on this particular topic. Okay. Now I am not using any paid models or something. So what will Claude actually do in the backend to generate PPT? Any guess, anyone? Okay, let me show you. So what does it do? You tell it exactly what do you want. So you will say that, hey, I want to build a video on ETL process. Okay. What does Claude is good at writing code. So what does it do? It will create HTML codes for you in the backend. Okay. So based on a requirement, first of all, it will create scenes in the backend that, okay, user has asked me to create a video on ETL. So an ETL video should contain these sections. So it will create a plan in the backend. And let's say it said, okay, for this video, I need 5 scenes. For each scene, what it will do, it will create a UI. So it will create a UI using HTML. So this hyperframes work using HTML. There are some other tools as well which use some other programming languages. Okay. So what it will do, it will create an HTML code in the backend, build that, take screenshot, okay, and then combine all those screenshots to create a frame and export as an MP4. So when I showed you this particular video here, where did it go? Open. Yeah. Okay, so we had this ETL explainer, renders, and ETL pipe. Okay, so when you see this video,
migrating a retailer's data,
when you see this UI,
cloud.
Okay, you all know what is video in the backend. Like if you have to go deep in the video, what are videos? Videos are just photos moving at a very high frame rate, correct? So that's what it does. In the back end, the Claude, what it will do, it will create HTML pages for them. So all the view that you are seeing is nothing. It is just HTML page design. Okay. And what is it? It creates screenshots, creates screenshot. Okay. So
is a job for ETL.
It does it,
transform,
and
load.
And after that, what does it do? So those who attended the video rack class, they will remember, right? What we do, we take different scenes, different images, and then we put them together and play them as a video. So this is what it does. Again, if you don't understand the backend, that's totally fine. Our job is just to generate videos. Okay. But I'm just telling you how does it work in the backend. If you want to understand, it will take your prompt, create a plan. Based on that plan, it will create HTML pages, then render the frames and export as an MP4. Okay. So what all things you can control? So you can provide it a scene and motion that you can say that, hey, I want a video in which this thing is flowing that way, something like that. You can tell it. You can narrate it. For example, I'll show you that I have an audio stored of mine. From that audio, it will extract the text. That text it will take as a prompt and create plans. It can add captions. It can add music video. It can do audio reactive and can a lot of effects as well. Okay. So this is there. So how does it work? So suppose this is a video that I created, live workshop Claude Code for everyone. Okay, so this video is created. Now let's build. So how did it work? It actually created 3 different HTML pages here: page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay, and for each of them, it added animation because HTML pages can have those animations, and then it combined them, and that's how I was able to view this particular video. Clear? Any question on this? Shall we go towards video building?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you have to do, again, this Hyperframes is also a plugin, a skill only out there. It doesn't come with Claude by default. So what you will have to do, simply go here. Okay. So you will see this Hyperframes page. You will see this command npx skills add-hagen.com hyperframes. Okay. So just copy it and you will come to your Claude Code here. Okay. So let's come to this particular one. Okay. So I will give the command npx skills add-hagen. So it will add those skills here. So it will start fetching faceless explainer, general video, hyperframes. It will install everything. So I just have to select whatever. So I mean, you might not want everything, but I'm just selecting everything. Okay, because there are different needs. For example, you just want a basic, you just select the hyperframes. If you want to have motion graphics, you can have that. Right, product launch video, remotion to hyperframes. Okay, website to video you want to convert. So you select everything, skills. So now again, once you have selected, it will ask in which platform you want. I'm using Claude Code. So it supports AMP, anti-gravity, codex, cursor, deep agents, gem, everything. Okay. So I will come, I'll just select Claude Code right now. Enter. If you want, you can select, for example, codex as well or anything that you. So I'll just pick up Claude Code for right now. Enter. I'll just keep it, for example, global. Enter. So it will just press enter. It is installing skills in my system. Yes, done. Okay. So all the hyperframe skills are installed on my system. So it's a very simple setup that I did. Now, rest work is exactly same. You just need to prompt it that what I want to bid. For example, I'll give Claude. Okay. So I'll so first of all check /hyperframes. Do you see this? Create video compositions and everything. Okay. So whenever I give it, all these skills will come by default here. Now, whenever I just need to give a simple video. So I will say that if you guys have any recommendation for video, tell me. We'll create a very short one right now. Then I'll also show you the big one as well. Okay. So let me create a video on how an AI agent works, tool calling, MCP, etc. Okay, let's take a very simple video right now. Okay. I'm not giving too much guideline right now. So that guideline you can give, that I want video to be done this way, that way, right? Those prompt you can give a very simple video. Okay. So I'll just enter. Let's see what it does. So it will analyze my request. No, so it is picking my. So let's go to a new Claude Code session that it is picking from my other file. So let's come here. Okay. So I'll do Claude / Hyperframe. Okay. So I'll say create create a video on how does an AI agent work, what is tool calling, and what is MCP. Very simple. Okay. So I'll just give it this task. Let's see what does it come up with. So I'll create faceless explainer. Okay. It loaded a skill. This skill is present in Hyperframes only. That it wants to create a faceless explainer, and it will ask me that what uh, video I want, 60 to 90 second. I'll say, okay, let's create 69. What view you want, 16 to 9 to 16. I'll just pick this one, general, and let's submit the answers right now. Okay. So let it generate. God. So I'll show you what does it do in the backend. So see, it created this folder videos. Okay. So first of all, what it will do, it will create a MD file. It will load the skill that you have. Okay. Always invoke relevant skill and agent.md, which contains this skill for particular task. Okay. And then it has some code because it will be creating these files, HTML files. So all these hyperframe.json, index.html, this is the code that it will be changing. And okay. So it will use my local. So again, if you have an audio, right, you can provide it. Otherwise, it is use some by default free version of audio. Okay. So it is doing that. Let it build. So
right now it is using all the free ones to create a
yeah, because I have not yet. It is using the free ones. So it has some local audios by default in it. Okay, so it is just using the local ones, free ones. You can sync it with ElevenLabs or any, if you have any API key, you can sync it with. If you think my audio should come from here, my video should come from here, Hyperframe should just compile them together. So Hyperframe is a video editor. Okay, so that whenever you have a video editing tool, you have a timeline, right? So that timeline is in form of a code here, this particular code that it keeps on updating. Okay, so it is script writing right now. So let's see what scripts it has. Assets, extracted tokens. So this is the tokens it is generating. I could have given a better prompt saying that, hey, go before creating a video, gather the assets for me, do this, do that, right? Those detailed prompts. So there is another scene. So while it is generating, let me show you that prompt, which we will run after this. So this is a better prompt. What I'm going to do is, so this is the prompt that I'm going to give. So I have this audio, right? For example, order data from AWS like S3 and R. So this audio extracted, what I'm going to prompt is that you are an expert technical video producer. Okay. I want you to use Hyperframes to generate a professional explainer video from my audio file. Before creating, first inspect and understand how Hyperframes work. That is the number one thing. Input, I have provided audio file. Main goal is to create a 30 to 40-second technical explainer video. And the video should explain how raw data moves from systems like databases, files, and APIs into modern data platforms. Okay. Then I have given few steps because a lot of times what I am speaking in the audio, for example, API, what it will do, it will not understand. It will call API as AP. It is highly possible. ETL, it might not pronounce correctly. So this information I have to explicitly tell that E space T space L, so that it understands how to convert my audio to a text. Okay, RDS, S3, and all. If I just write down S3, for example, now I know that S3 means S3 bucket, but Hyperframes might not understand it. Okay, so this is the part where you can prompt ChatGPT or any AI that, hey, I want this script for my video generation. Can you tweak it as per so that AI can understand it better? So there it will give you this particular part. Okay. Then do not rewrite narration unless needed, and then build the creative plan. So step two is that it will do create the scene structure and everything. Then it will research, then it will do assets. So the very important thing is I want to use real icons. I don't want to AI to just put random icons, right? So this asset strategy is important. Find and create assets, cloud icons and something. Okay, avoid random AI visuals or something. And if official logos are available, use them. And then video direction, I've given something. On screen text I've given, and this is a big prompt I've given. Okay, so what I will do, I will just parallelly invoke this part. Is it clear with you guys? Any question on this? You don't need any technical thing to generate. You simply need to install Hyperframe the way I did and just give it a prompt that, hey, generate video for me. Okay. If you want to improve that prompt, take help of Claude. Like I will give you this sample prompt which you can use. Okay. So I'll just put the prompt here, and this is my audio file. Okay. Use this audio. Okay. And mention, I've already mentioned, you can also mention that extract transcript from the audio, based on that transcript create the script, then the video. Okay, something like that. So I have given this work to it. Let's see what it starts doing. So I'll start by understanding the project as string hyperframe setup and everything. Okay, so it loaded the skill hyperframes. Okay, let it do the work. So what it does, it has two things. Have you ever heard of FMPEG library? So this is a library which is used to actually trim audios. So it's a CLI tool. Basically, what it does, it's a video editing through CLI. So Hyperframes has uh, HTML for coding, and this particular tool it uses FFmpeg for trimming, fast forwarding, and like video generation. A lot of stuff it does. So it uses these two things in the backend. Again, you don't need to understand it. If it sounds confusing, simply install the skill and just give it a prompt, and it will build for you end to end. Okay. Yeah, please. Any question?
Hey, Satvik. So in your one of your PPTs, which you showed us on your screen, there were some text transition animation videos
Yep.
also.
That was created by Hyperframes.
All right. So you generated through Hyperframe and then
I
put it on
generated the
the.
video and I said to PPT that, hey, take this video and put as animation in the PPT. So it did that.
Okay.
So in your office, for example, you are explaining a lot of things, right? Few things instead of, for example, you're showing a data migration thing. You don't want to use what happens. I have seen a lot of architecture diagram. If you see, they're very big. So if I go for right, they're very big, and it's very difficult to visualize how it is working. Right? Have you guys noticed this? Software architecture diagrams. Okay. If you come here, for example, let's say this is a diagram. Someone told that, hey, like in office, a lot of time people present work like this. I don't understand what is happening where. I can say to Hyperframes, hey, convert this image to an animation. So what will happen? I will actually see that browser opening, then this, then this, then this. So it's easy for someone to visualize for the first time.
Thanks. This is a good use case. And
Yeah, this is
one
like
quick.
this is I do personally in my office work, so that's why I brought this topic. So.
Actually,
Thank you so
we
much.
I think we might have a number of the SKUs. So how can the system understand or the cloud understand which SKU it
System
has to
understand based on your prompt.
prompt?
If I've given a, if I've asked you to, you can do 100 things. If I ask you to, hey, can you fetch that phone from me from that chair to this, you will only do what I say, right? You might be able to do 100 things, but if I've given you something, you will only pick that skill which you want to.
Okay. So that is their intelligence, cloud intelligence, that which skills or MD file it has to select, right?
Yep.
Or we can give the explicit MD file also, that please use this particular MD
Yeah,
file.
you can give it. You can give it. Also, one more thing in this prompt, I've also added that once you generate videos, right? Take screenshots, analyze, fix them. So those things also you can add. So it is working. Let's see, where is it? So this is one ETL explainer 2. This is my audio. ETL is the, and it created the narration. ETL is the back. Okay, and then fonts, critique, assets. See, it downloaded these assets from internet. If you see Amazon S3 bucket, Apache Airflow, I didn't mean, I just asked it to get it from there. So what did it when it went to the internet, it downloaded all these logos itself so that it can use in the videos. Is it clear? Yeah, please, if any question, please ask me. I didn't check the chat right now.
Can you just play the video once again? I missed out this part, so I just want to see.
Video is building right now. Video isn't built
Oh,
yet.
okay. All right.
It's working. It's not built yet. It takes some time. But do you understand the process? If you have to generate video, what will you do? Hyperframes. Can someone summarize for me?
I guess you
Anyone?
can give us a recap yourself.
So yeah. So the recap is, while it is generating, let me give you a recap. Okay. So what will you do? There are tons of things happening in the backend. You don't need to go in the specifics. I just told for the people who want to understand, hey Satvik, how this video generation is working so that I can tweak as per me. But very simple. You have Claude Code setup. Number one, have your Claude Code setup just like we did. Okay. Go to Hyperframes. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to go to Hyperframes. Here, you'll see this command. Just copy it. Okay. And you paste in your terminal and just install it the way I installed it, which version you want to keep, which skill you want to keep, those things you can do. That's it. If you install end to end, that's all you need. Then you just give a prompt and it will generate videos for you. Okay. So here, let me just turn the auto mode on. Auto mode, yeah. So it will not ask me permissions. Where did it go? So what it was doing, describe scenes, it will convert and render for you. Okay, so you can give a lot of things. I want caption as well. I want take this video, take this audio. So what I generally do, I went to this particular thing, ElevenLabs. In ElevenLabs, I can generate voice. Okay, so for example, let's do one thing. Let's add ChatGPT. Give me a 30-second explainer on how to get funding for startup in US. Okay, I want to create a reel. I want to create a reel. So I will use, where did it go? So I will use this script in ElevenLabs to generate audio. So give text accordingly so that AI understands. Okay. So it will give me a getting funding for your startup. So let's say I got this particular script. What I will do, I'll go to ElevenLabs. There's a thing called text to speech. Okay. So I just need to put my script here. So let's say I just put my script here. Okay. Now I can choose my voice or I can use, I can explore. For example,
I want this guy. I'm an Indian male. So ElevenLabs provide a lot of voices that you can pick from. So let's say I just picked this one. Okay. Generally, I have cloned my voice, but again, I can pick anyone. So let's say I took this. Remember, ElevenLab has credit, right? So you cannot use it indefinitely. So I took this. You can select, for example, if you select multilingual V2, you can select the model name and you can customize a lot of things, but I'll generate speech. Let's see how it comes out. Okay.
Getting funding for your startup in the USA usually happens in stages. First, start with your own money, friends, family, or
it is little fast. What I can do is I can do it a little bit slow. Okay. These config settings I can change as per me. Or suppose I want to change voice. I think this is not good. I'll see top Indian sales outbound. So I'll select this voice, and generate speech.
Getting funding for your startup in the USA
It's
usually
little slow. I will just make it a little bit faster. Okay. So let's say I make it this, then regenerate speech. So every time you generate your credits.
Getting funding for your startup in the USA
So this sounds like
usually happens in stages.
Yep.
First, start with your own money, friends, family, or early customers. This proves that people act.
So this voice sounds good to me, for example, right? Now I can click download. So download latest, and it will download the voice for me. Okay, .mp3. I can take that mp3 file just like I did in the Claude, and I can put into my Claude, and I can point to Claude. I can say that, hey, this is my audio. Go and generate video from that. Okay. You can record your own voice. You can put that here as well. It's totally up to you. And if you don't have some the subscription or something, simply ask Hyperframes. Hyperframes has some audios available which you can directly use for free. Okay. Any question, anyone?
So Satwik, this Hyperframe or Claude, is it capable of generating videos only like text transitions, sort of videos, or is it capable of some animation videos also?
It is capable of doing animation as well. Again, in the backend, it's just code generation. So you just need to prompt it better that I want this kind of animation. So if you tell it, it will do for you. Okay. To cloning voice, you need to upload. So I have all my classes in 11. Again, that's ElevenLabs thing. I don't want to go in detail there, but you see voice, right? Here you can click create voice and you can clone. So professional clone you can do. It requires a subscription. So I had a subscription. I uploaded all my classes videos, right? It understood my speaking pattern from there and it created. So you can also do it. Or you can have an instant clone as well of your voice. So a lot of people on YouTube do this. If you have seen, a lot of people create totally AI videos. So audio they do from here, video they do from like Higgsfield or Hagen or a Hyperframes. It's up to them how they want to. But so this is a very, very good tool. I use Hyperframes really a lot in my company. All the demos that I do, even for PPT, let me tell you, you can use Hyperframes and the PPTX skill together because Hyperframes is good at generating UI design. So you can say to PPT that, hey, generate design using Hyperframes and put those design into a PPT so that I can generate a PPT on that topic. So Claude will use Hyperframes to generate the designs and put that as image in your PPT. So that is also possible. So a lot
Thanks
of
for
combination.
mentioning.
Yeah. Satvik, a question about the costing part. So you're using what Claude
I
plan?
have max
So
$100.
you have max $100.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, were you ever using Pro? Because again, the problem with the Pro is that you will be limited out very fast.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, all this work you cannot do in Pro because
Okay.
Pro in just 2 prompts it will say that limit is over. So,
but with Max, you are not getting maxed out that much, right? Because
yeah. If I show you, let me show you. So I refreshed my session before starting this workshop. Okay. So let me show you how much I have consumed so far during this session. So if I go to settings, usage. So I have consumed 24%. So whatever code I have done in the session, I had so my this usage was 0 before starting the workshop. So in this workshop we have used 24%. So I still have 1/4 I've used. A lot of work I can do. And remember, every 5 hours it get refreshed.
Okay, this 24% is of only of 5 hours of limit, not your monthly limit,
Only
right?
5 hours limit.
Okay, and now it would have improved once the Anthropic has able to get hop on into the XAI servers and all, because until 1 month ago
Yeah,
it was really
it will
bad.
improve. Even right now, I think Anthropic is running some things that double something like is there so that you get later. Remember, I'm using Opus 4.8. Opus 4.8 consumes a lot, so you can reduce the model. You can go to Sonnet 4.6 or a Opus 4.6, right? Then your consumption will be even lesser.
Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, and before the Fable 5 got blocked, right? You must have
Yep.
tried it out, right?
Yeah, I've tried it. Yep.
Okay. How much difference did you find between, say, Opus 4.8 and Fable?
Difference in what sense?
Means of course for simple task it doesn't matter, but let's say for complicated, deep
No, for
research, deep.
complicated, Fable is really great. Trust me, I've done it. Like it does things end to end completely. It just that it was twice as costly. But remember, for 90% of the tasks, I didn't need Fable. My regular Claude Opus 4.5.
Yeah, of
4.2 is
course.
also sufficient.
Even 4.8 also you may not require.
Yeah, 4.8
Correct.
also you don't need every time. So it just I'm just showing you right now. But I in my office also, like we have not given access to 4.8 to everyone. Only very few people have. Everyone is mostly defaulting on Sonnet 4.6 and Opus 4.6.
In fact, Sonnet would do a lot of your job in terms of
Yeah,
any
Sonnet is
language
best for
translation.
coding
Yes.
work, everything. So generally go with Sonnet. Like I'm
Yeah.
using Opus just to show in the session. But suppose like remember, uh, suppose you have your startup, you're paying money for everything, right? So go with Sonnet because Sonnet, whatever work we are doing right now, Sonnet will do equal work. This work is not very complex work that we are doing. Just generating a simple video using a simple prompt. Where you need Opus 4 point, like very heavy code migrations you need to do, right? There are a lot of linkages and all that. So there you need thought process. So when you have when you have coding work, even heavy coding work, Sonnet is good. Where it is not good at it, like lot of thinking is needed. There it goes little bit off. But again, as I've told, when in some other workshop, I'll tell if you use the right skills and plugins, even you can have same output through Sonnet, which you get through Opus 4.8. So there are ways to do that. So
And coming to audio part while it is happening. So you
yeah.
mentioned about ElevenLabs. Have you used Servam or any means how
No,
is their product?
I've heard, I have not used yet Servam, to be honest.
Okay. So ElevenLabs is of course paid one. Is there any
It's
kind of equally good or not, if not equally good, but maybe a little bit substandard but free for the
so
tech?
this one is free because what 11 Lab does is it
Hmm.
gives 10,000 credit free. Okay. I'm
Okay.
just using that one. But what happens, it expires very quickly. If you see, I've already consumed half of that in this session only. So other free ones, I'm not,
10,000 for first time, right? And then you have
yeah.
to, okay.
And then, yeah, you have to subscribe. So other ones, I'm not, I can check and let you know. I am, because I also don't do lot of
No,
audio.
that's all right. I'm just checking just in case if you know then.
No, I am not aware of the best audio things right now, but I can check and let you know. So
Now, little bit technical. For the
yeah,
video generation, right?
yep.
You are defaulting to Opus 4.8. So is it internally, is it using any diffusion model or is it a VIT model? Like I'm just trying to understand within their kind of scaffolding or engineering, they must be having multiple routing. Means what I believe is this, right? Even if you say from your core here that use Opus 4.8,
Yep.
internally, depending upon your intent, your complexity on it will route to different models.
No. Right now, it will only use Opus. If I've selected Opus 4.8, it will
Hmm.
only use this. There is a mode called as auto as well. If you use GitHub
No,
Copilot,
I,
right?
I I understand. I understand. But again, this is my hunch, and not 100%. I don't know, and I'm sure you can also not say 100% that it will always use Opus 4.8. What my understanding is that even here to save the cost and other things, they for very simple thing they may
No,
have a
it will not do it. So there's a difference, right? It will not do right now. If you have selected Opus 4.8, it will always route to that. There is option for auto, there also you have to set those things in the backend. If you want that for heavy task, set to first.
Okay. I think you got my question wrong.
I got your question. If you have selected 4.8, it will only send to 4.8. I have checked with this token consumption and everything. So it
Okay,
doesn't
no,
matter.
my okay. Maybe the question will be a little different, but the question is this: see, Opus 4.8 by in itself may have different transformers and different models in its side. See, if you treat Opus 4.8 as a API call, and it doesn't need to be single. It cannot be a single transformer which is working because it will
Yeah,
have
that is backend. Right? How Opus 4.8 is routing your request
correct.
in the backend, that is different.
That for the charging perspective, you will get charged for Opus 4.8.
Yeah.
It may so happen that it may, like in a team, you may have a senior developer, junior developer, or a fresher or an intern. If an intern is good enough to do that job, they will probably assign it to them and then get it done, and then basically charge you a
Right.
average
No,
cost.
that you're right. That you're right. That you're totally right. So internally, how it is working, we cannot control that. But yeah, it must be out there are different strategies for that, right? Okay.
And internally for that, is it using some sort of a diffusion technique, GAN technique?
That I don't know, right? I mean, that they haven't listed.
Karthik, sorry to cut this, but there is half an hour and we still have portfolio to complete.
Yeah. I'm coming. So this video is generated now. It just got generated. So if you see this transcript, it generated here, and asset list and everything. So I just ask it to open the video. Open the video. Okay. So let it open. So it created this. Let's see. I'm also seeing for the first time. ETL is the backbone of data engineering. Imagine a company moving customer and order data from AWS like S3 and RDS into Azure Data Lake, Snowflake, or Google BigQuery. First, we extract data from databases, files, event streams, or APIs, application programming interfaces. In Databricks, tools like Autoloader, Apache Spark, and Kafka connectors can bring this data in continuously. Then we transform it using Spark. We clean records, join tables, remove duplicates, apply business rules, and store the data in Delta Lake. This is often organized into 3 layers: bronze for raw data, silver for cleaned data, and gold for business ready data. Finally, we load the trusted data into systems like Snowflake, Redshift, Synapse, or Power BI. For large migrations, batch jobs move historical data, while streaming jobs capture new changes almost in real time. That's how raw data becomes reliable, business ready data. What do you think about this video?
Pretty good result for first
A very
pass.
practical way.
Yeah, in first, see, just single pass, right? Generated. So now you can prompt it to optimize. For example, again, whatever section. ETL is if you want to change the backend theme, you can do. If you think no, factually it said something wrong, right? I want some animation this view. You can now prompt and iterate. Okay, every time it will use hyperframe, because what is happening in the backend, whenever you will make any change, what it will do now, it will have this code in the backend which it will tweak. Okay. Oh, sorry. Where did it go? Now, just let me open this. Then we will start with the. Yeah. So it will have this code. If you see hyperframes or JSON index, or yeah. So it will keep on changing. It's a big code. It will, whatever change you mention, eventually it will make this code change and generate for you. Okay. Good. Everyone, any question?
Yeah, so we can just prompt it, or do we actually have to go to the script and edit the written
No,
script?
nothing. You don't need to. I'm just showing you what is happening. Remember, what did I do? Just prompt it. I just gave a prompt, right? And it gave me the video. That's all. I'm just showing what in the backend it is doing. It creates a transcript as well for you. Okay. If you think something is wrong, you can change there. Okay. Or again, you don't need to go. You just prompt it that, hey, something wrong with the transcript, something wrong with the audio speaking, something wrong with the animation, something wrong with something else. So whatever change you want to do, you just tell it, it will do for you. Okay. But if you want to look what is happening, you can go to the folder and check.
Okay. One question regarding that statement there. One honest note, because length follows your audio, which is source of truth. So what does that mean?
So remember how it is creating. It is not creating the video first and then audio. It takes my audio, then from audio extract the script, transcript, and based on those transcript, it creates the scenes. Okay, so that is what it is saying, that the video is this, not 30-40, because the length follows your audio. So my audio was 55 seconds, right?
So it will generate the video length of exactly that. So if I would have said, hey, generate a video of 2 minutes, it won't be able to do, because the level 1 is my audio. This is my base from which it is starting working. Okay, clear?
Satvik, the explanation is way clear, but my question is, suppose but I couldn't remember everything right now. If I wanted to go and practice some session after your session, then is there a way that any recorded available?
This video recording will be available. Don't worry, it will be uploaded.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you. Thanks much.
Okay, so just one last thing before I take a question. Don't get confused by a lot of things I'm saying. Let me show a very simple step that you will have to do. You just create a folder. Okay, ed desktop, mkdir my video. Open this folder. Okay.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh shit. Okay, so my video, and I open this new terminal, Claude. Remember, I have already installed Hyperframes. Just say, build me a video on how a startup funding process works. Okay, that's all. You don't need to do anything else. So only one step is there: install skill and just prompt Claude. It already loaded faceless explainer skill. Clear?
Nice.
So yeah, now we're coming to portfolio, right? Any question, anyone in the video generation? You can go and optimize any way you want. I told you a lot of things again for people who wanted to understand backend, but very simple. If you just want to do things, simply install skill and just keep doing things. All good, everyone? Any question?
Yeah, all good. But one humble request: a lot of people came here for this portfolio session, which is a meet.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
So
I'm coming to that.
can we reserve unrelated sidebar questions to the end?
Yeah. So for next 15-20 minutes, I'm just going to show you how to build portfolio from your resume. I think the basic Claude Code setup everyone understands right now, right? You create a folder, you do so, and you prompt something, okay? And you can use skills to specific things, okay? So let's move to the portfolio part, and then we will improve it, okay? So I will not take any question apart from that. I will take it, but towards the end of the session, okay? So let's come to third part, the resume part, right? Resume to portfolio, which is a very, very key thing in my opinion. So let me close this. Okay. So what I've done is I'll close this Claude session. I'll close this. Okay. So I have 2-3 resumes I have taken. Okay. For example, I posted in group. I asked for a resume. So for example, this is a resume. Let me open it first of all. Okay. That how does it look in the packet? So open dot. So this is a resume of one of our students, Priyanka. Okay. So this is a simple resume that she has shared. What I want is we want to create a portfolio, which is I think everyone wants how to build portfolio. So what are the things involved in portfolio development? So, but can someone guess based on whatever we have done? How should we go about it? Just 1 minute. I will tell the process. Don't worry. I'm just asking if anyone wants to say anything. Anyways,
about
okay.
experience, projects.
Yeah. So what I will do, so let's come to portfolio part. Okay. This is extracting portfolio from your resume. Now your resume contains lot of content. Okay. It can remember I want to create a generic solution because everyone's resume is different. Someone might have a PDF, someone might have a Word, someone's formatting will be different, someone less experience, more experience, different field, like a lot of things are there, right? So how do I create a generic solution out of it? Okay, there I am going to use. So I have an agent with me which is called Claude Code. It is good at understanding text, extracting text. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you will drop your resume. Okay, okay. I'll talk about my custom plugin later on, but okay. So what you will do, you will take your resume. Okay, so let me start showing you the steps as well. So resume. Okay. So what you will do, first of all, take the resume, okay, extract the content in a fix JSON file. Okay. Remember, always extract content in a JSON file, or you can do in an MD file as well, but I prefer using JSON because LLMs understand JSON better. Why I'm saying extract content in JSON file? Because every resume is different, right? So with this, I will create a structured JSON that, hey, every resume needs, like for example, title, section, job, skills, experience, and everything. Okay, so that a unified JSON needs to be created. After the extracting from JSON, what I need to do, I need to convert this JSON to a UI. Okay, this is my step. Clear, everyone? Now, UI will be generated. Now, once you are generated, as we saw in the PPT and the video as well, in first time things might not come correctly. So later on, we will use some skills through which we can standardize our UI process. Once it is done, we will deploy. Basically, we'll push all this to GitHub. And in GitHub, there comes a feature called as GitHub Pages, where you can deploy your pages for free. Okay. So this process I'm going to walk you through. First, let's do through simple prompt. Then I'll show you my custom plugin, which does this thing entirely end to end. Okay. So let's do one thing. I'll say Claude. Okay. So let me write down a prompt. Okay. So forget these things for now. I have these three steps. Take the resume, extract the content in a fixed JSON file, and convert JSON to UI. So what I will do, I'll go to ChatGPT because I want to convert it into a good prompt. So I'll say that, okay. New chat. Okay. So I have to convert my resume to portfolio. Okay. Now, a UI that will be created, that could be simple HTML, that could be React based, it's up to you. So I'm going to use a React based UI. So I'll say I want to follow below process. Okay. I have resume with me in my workspace. Portfolio uh, should be done in a React or HTML page. Okay. Uh, I want professional theme and non AI slop content. Okay. So uh, give me an ideal prompt for this. Okay. Very simple. So I'll take this. So now you're a senior staff engineer, UX designer. Your task is to convert my resume. So it has given me steps. So I'll ask that, give me prompt in Canvas. I can copy. So it will give me in Canvas. It will be easy for me to copy. So let it do. Okay. Yeah. So it is giving me, right. So it is generating. If you try to read it, you're a senior staff engineer, UX designer. Your goal is to convert my resume into this. The resume exists in my workspace. Convert. So this is the steps. Okay. Then website must feel like it was designed by an experienced designer. Phase one is resume analysis. So read the resume from the workspace properly. Okay. And then phase two, generate canonical JSON, and in which it will extract your basics, your summary, your skills. So it will put everything in a JSON file. Okay. Then requirements, normalize, and it will do stuff for you. Portfolio content strategy, it will create a personal brand or something. Okay. So create a personal brand, explain what does each thing do, website architecture. So a lot of things are added in this particular prompt. Remember, I wouldn't be able to add all this myself because I cannot remember. So that's why I always leverage AI for this. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll simply copy this. I'll put to my Claude prompt. This is one way of doing thing. Okay. This is my first version. Let's see how it comes out. So I'll give this and I'll say resume link. Okay. So you can also add one more thing. Okay. For example, for any design question or content question, always ask me, because suppose everyone's feel is different. Someone wants a light theme, someone wants a dark theme, right? So it depends. So I have given this prompt to it. Let's see what it does. So I'll start by reading your resume. And first, so resume is this, right? What will it do first? It will extract the content and put in a JSON file. Okay. So I've read it, resume it, strong, focused, blah, blah. So it is getting content. Remember, right now it is just reading resume. We also want integrate in future that suppose I have LinkedIn, right? I should be able to go here. Okay, I can simply click and download my LinkedIn profile as PDF, and I can put this into here as well. I can point that, hey, this is my uh, resume and also the LinkedIn. So if you can try to manage with both of them, something like that. Okay, so it is asking your resume reference several link and live demos, but the actual results are not embedded in the PDF text. How should I handle? I'll paste them now. Use so for right now, I will say skip the links. Okay, wait a second. They are not working, are not embedded. Okay, how should I handle them? I'll use save placeholders, omit link buttons for now. Yeah, so right now just omit link buttons. We will work it later on. Now, the visual direction should the portfolio take? Editorial, technical, dark, or enterprise SaaS? Okay, so I'll just keep it enterprise one. Okay, then you want a static HTML page, you want a React. So you can in React you will get a lot of components. So I'll just select React for right now. Okay, I just entered. So it will go and build. One problem with this was that because the uh, I just gave a simple prompt. So the links that were hyperlinks that were present in the resume, it was not able to extract them. So we have to write specific prompts to find the links and extract them and go. So which I will show you in my plugin that I've created. Okay. So while it is working, let me show you my plugin that I've created. It works as well. So this is the plugin that I created custom. What it does is that you just drop a resume, okay, and it will convert to a premium portfolio. Okay, it's a better theme right now. It's not this one. So, but it will come in this particular format. Okay, where if anything, I have specifically added in my skills and everything that if any link is present, go extract that link, fetch content from that. If suppose photo, and remember LinkedIn Claude cannot directly access. So what it can do, it can go take screenshots sometimes, or it can extract images from your GitHub. Sometimes you have put photos on your GitHub, right? So I'll show you all that. Let's see first this one. What does it generate? Once it does, then I will show you my plugin generates very quickly. It generates like in 2 minutes, because what I have done in the plugin, the code that is there, the code template I have already added into this plugin. So Claude just has to add those values into that template and generates it. So it comes out very quickly. But let's see. Meanwhile, if you have any question, please feel free to ask me. If you have any particular scenario you're thinking for your portfolio, please ask me. I will suggest you what you can do.
Satvik, if we want to add like GitHub repositories in portfolios, and I was also thinking like for the assignment we were also asking for short video explanation. So if
Yes.
these things can be added into the
Yeah,
portfolio, it will be
you can add. Remember, what you will have to do, you will say, in my portfolio, I also want an explainer video about me. Okay, so you can say that while building portfolio, use hyperframes to generate a video about from. So it will extract content from your resume, okay, and it will generate. So let me show you. Let me show you that thing. So, for example, I'll say this is my resume. Okay, generate a short 30-second video uh, explaining my experience, skills, etc. using hyperframes. I want to embed the video in my portfolio. Again, I'm just giving a basic prompt right now. This prompt you can enhance, correct? So see, it is generating this particular thing, portfolio demo, portfolio pro plugin. Where did it go? So it is generating. See, this is the JSON file that it is working on right now. Okay, let it work. First of all, we'll come to this. So I'll just put it in auto mode. So techie, this auto mode. Okay. So what it will do now, it will using hyperframes, it will generate. Let's see what it does. So while giving prompt to this, so in this prompt where I created, which I created from ChatGPT, I could have added that, hey, I also want to create in portfolio, I also want to embed a video about me. So use hyperframe skills to generate the video about me, and it will do that work for you. Any question, anyone? Is it clear or it's going above your head, guys? Tell me, please. Don't worry, this is the last thing. I won't take much of your time, but I just wanted to show you these three things mainly. We will anyways cover things in more detail when we start the Claude Code course on from 1st July. But this is something very handy. I think everyone needs to have a portfolio. Everyone should know how to create basic videos without spending a lot of money. And because remember, all the video generation comes into your Claude Code cost. You are not spending any money there. Okay. And the first thing, PPT generation, that is also very, very important.
I think Satvik, there it will be benefit a lot of us if we have more deep dive on this portfolio creation only, if it is possible at all.
Yeah, tell me what exactly you want, right? I mean, deep dive in what sense you want.
Yeah, so this is high level a simple prompt, right? Now how do we take our resume? How first we need good content in the to begin with, right? How we have our
Yes.
project, we start with a resume, but also have a LinkedIn about me, like what all artifacts we can give as feed and generate on top of it.
Yeah. So see, there are two pieces in portfolio generation, right? First of all is your extraction content from your resume, your LinkedIn, okay, your GitHub probably, okay, right? Suppose you have these three things, and you want, so remember, before portfolio generation, you need to have all this content in one place, okay? Resume, your Claude Code can read, agreed? LinkedIn, you will have to provide. So how you can give content to LinkedIn? If suppose link is not working, I showed you, right? You can click on this and you can do right click and you can save the PDF and your LinkedIn profile will come here, right? This is entirely, it will come. So you can give this content to Claude Code. That is your LinkedIn. Third, GitHub. GitHub, you are already authenticated. So what you can do in Claude, in your terminal, you have to authenticate yourself to GitHub. So how does it work? There's a command called, I'll share this command, ghauth login. Or even if you don't know the command, you can ask Claude Code, hey, I want to connect my GitHub to this. So it will connect, okay, log in with a web browser. I got this code, okay, and once I enter, it will go there and I'll just continue. I'll paste my code. My GitHub is authenticated, okay. So I just need to authenticate. Let me just enter the token. So my GitHub is authentic. It should be done now. Let's see. It got authenticated. Okay. Now Claude Code has access to my resume, my LinkedIn, my GitHub. I just need to give a prompt that, hey, I wanted to extract everything from my LinkedIn, my resume, and GitHub and create a well-researched
you can call it a markdown file or a JSON file, which it will use as a reference. Any question on this? Any question on this part? That how do you extract your content from your? You just need, remember, you just need to connect Claude with your resume, GitHub, or whatever profile you have, and you need to write a prompt so that it extracts the right thing from it. That is the first step. Okay. Now, second thing is, how do I generate the right portfolios? Now, the point is, let's say you're not sure about portfolio, that what design should be present. What you can do is you can explore. For example, I want to look for AI engineer, sorry, for AI product manager portfolio portfolios. Okay. Now this is a UI question, right? You need to, how do you create a good UI? You take you take examples, you take references from others, right? So you can go online. First of all, you can check that how does it look like. For example, uh, this person's is not looking that. So for example, if I see this person, it is there, I added a video or something. So I can take this example, a reference, that okay, this is a video, this is someone has told something, let me explore. Anyone has any good portfolio example, you can post in link here, I can check it. So you have to go there and see those examples and take their screenshots. Okay. So 7.
So you're saying we can take the screenshots and give us inspiration design with this, like
Yes.
this format.
Exactly. So suppose you have any, I'm just trying to think if I have any. Okay. GitHub.com. What was the URL? Yeah. For example, this is portfolio. This design I didn't build on my own. I inferred from someone. Okay. So for example, this is my friend's profile. Okay. He has so whenever I load it, it comes as SN. Okay. And it comes here, get in touch, LinkedIn, download CV is there, his photo is there, this is there. So what I can do, I can take a screenshot. Okay. Take one screenshot. Similarly, I like this moving piece. I like this. Maybe I didn't like this. Okay. But I like this career progression that is showing. Okay. So I can record that video. Maybe I can take a screenshot again. And if I come there, projects are there. If I click, it's not working right now. But so whatever section I like, I can take from there. Okay. And once it is, you have taken those screenshots, you have to, second part, you have to add. So suppose I create a folder called as portfolio. Portfolio 1. Okay. Now you need to have different folders inside this. Number 1 folder will be assets. What is assets? Suppose you have a certification. Okay. So you have, let's say, for example, a Claude Code certification. So you can put that image here, logo of that here, or you can ask Claude that, hey, I want, you see my resume, you see my content, you see all the certification that I have. Go and extract all the assets related to this, which I can put on my portfolio. Clear? So in this, you will have the assets. Then you will have another folder inside this called as content. Okay. Then you will have another folder called as references. So mainly, if you have these 3, you are good to start with. In references, what will you add? All the screenshot, if you have anything,
Screenshots.
inspirations. Okay. In content, you will put the extra raw and the factual content that is present, which is present inside your. Okay. Where did it
Yeah, this is one flaw I noticed. It will do the wrong symbol for the certification,
Yeah, yeah.
especially
So
for
that's why you have
Microsoft
to download
certification.
those assets. Remember when we were doing the ETL video, what did we do?
Yeah.
We downloaded all the logos, correct? That's why in the video these logos were coming correctly. So this is a very, very important step. That ask it that check my resume. For example, let's say what I will do. Let's do one thing. I'll say, Claude, check the resume. For example, let's say this is the resume. Okay. X look for certifications and major skills. Download their official assets, logos, or whatever. Okay, and put them in here. So I will put them here. Okay, let's see what Claude Code does for you. Okay.
I have one other option as well.
Yeah.
So how in GitHub we can put any n number of links, right? So the authentication link, the correctly link of each and
Sorry,
every
your voice.
certification we got, we create one master repo. This Cloud has integration to GitHub. In GitHub, we create one simple repo, all my certs, and we
Yep.
have one link to all the official certification link that we got from the company, Microsoft, AWS.
Yep.
So then it can go navigate
Yeah.
to
So again, that instead of putting assets here, you're putting in a repository, right? And you're asking it, giving it that access, and asking to download from there. That's what you're saying. Am I right?
One more way, yeah.
Yeah, one more way, right? So instead, so right now, what it will do, it will go. I think I'm not sure.
API error. Oh, okay.
Let's close this. Let's open a new terminal. Sorry. I might need to change model. So let me change the model because I've been using Opus 4.8 for a long now. So slash model slash well. So I'll probably use Sonnet 4.6. Okay. Yeah, might be my Opus limit have gone. Okay. So what? So first of all, right? First, let's see this portfolio that it created. So it created this portfolio. I think it is pretty good in first run, correct? But I mean, a lot of text is there. If you see, I don't want such a text heavy thing, which I will need to change. But again, this is without any reference that I got. So that is why it is very, very important for you guys to gather some references. Now, this references, the AI is not good at that. So you will have to provide it. What you can do is you will say, hey, go explore best ones and get it for me. But it will never come out to be what you want. So this is where your work also comes in, that you get some references. For example, I showed you this Shagun's resume, right? So portfolio. I saw his portfolio. Okay. So what did I do? I converted this into a skill here. So this skill that you are seeing, I created from his portfolio only. Okay, so that it generates always in that format. So this reference part is very, very important because this is entirely a UI generation. So an entire portfolio, the number one is gathering facts. Second is gathering assets. A third is reference or inspiration. Clear? Any question, anyone?
Yeah. So the input we use the skill, but the input we give the reference.
Input to give the skill will only tell how to code and something, right? But if you give reference, it will have better clarity. Claude is good at reading images, so attach screenshots as well.
Okay, what I'm meaning to say is instead of now doing manual prompting, invoke the skill, but have the screenshot in the reference folder.
Yes.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Now, for example, this skill that I am showing you right now, okay? What I've done, I've added this official skill. So I'll just show you right now. Copy. I'll put here. Sorry, I need to install Claude. Okay. So it is adding Failed to create marketplace file. Let me check. I'll simply ask it to Claude to install. Install this plugin for me. Okay, I'll just give it the plugin. Claude will automatically find the way if there is some issue. So what does this custom skill that I've given you do? It not only generates portfolio, so right now if you see it is at localhost, it will also put into your GitHub, like put into an official link like this. If you see, right? So I've added that step here into this. So what does this skill do, right? So what I have done is this skill particularly, whenever you give it a task, it has this image. It has this image as a reference, which I've added. Then it does all the asset extraction. After asset extraction, it does the factual content creation. And once it is done that, it puts everything in this particular design. Okay, so this is one design which I am referring from. You can have your own custom. You can take from your friend or whatever you like, because portfolio creation is a very custom thing, right? We cannot generalize everything, but what we can generalize is we can generalize the steps that what you should take to create a portfolio. Any question, anyone?
Yeah, in your sample video which you posted in WhatsApp, there was also a ask me anything chatbot in the
Yeah.
portfolio itself.
Yeah, so if you use my plugin, what does it do is that it creates it from your resume. It also extracts some questions and create a question answer file. Okay, and it puts inside that chatbot. So if you see this chatbot that is there, again, this is not connected to any LLM or something in the backend. What this skill does is extract factual information, like what do you do, what is your biggest impact, what tools you use, all these things as a simple like regular chatbot that fixed answer. Okay, so if I click on this, it will fetch the actual content from my resume, and it is very factual lookup. So eventually you can put into behind LLM and all that, but I don't want to do all that because I know my resume facts are real, they won't change. So that this skill will automatically create question answer as well and create a chatbot for you. Clear? Any question?
Nice, very useful.
So let me just show you this part. Okay, so where did my plugin go? The issue. Okay, so let me check this plugin if it is there. Claude, and I do slash, what is its name? Portfolio. No, that it's still not there. We can now run this in a terminal to install the plugin. Okay. Wait a second. Thing is missing. I'll just ask Claude Code to fix it. Okay. So let's do here. Okay, it added the plugin, portfolio plugin. Okay. So now what I will do is I'll start a new Claude session. Claude slash portfolio. What was its name? Okay, no, I need to install as well. Sorry. Where did this go? So first step, next I need to install. Yep. Install for me. So it is added Portfolio Pro. Now I'll just close it. Let's start a new terminal. Okay, so Claude slash portfolio. Okay, so I have got this portfolio skill. Now what I will say, suppose I want to create this for some other person. This is his resume. Okay, I'll say create portfolio from resume for this person, right? Use the custom plugin, because I have some other plugins as well. Use the custom plugin So I that's why I'm mentioning it so that it does not mess around. So this is my plugin name, portfolio plugin. Okay. Now what it will do is in this, I have already added. So see, it loaded this portfolio builder skill. And remember, you guys can take this plugin works perfectly. Okay. So you can simply take it. What it will do, it will extract content, it will create content from your resume, check your LinkedIn. It will so just keep reading what it is. I'll build Raja's portfolio. Okay. It will convert to PDF and it will go online if it can find. Now, if you have not uploaded your photo anywhere, for example, LinkedIn or GitHub, then that photo section will come as blank. But if it is any photo, either on LinkedIn or GitHub, this skill will automatically extract that. Okay. So now it is getting, it is downloading everything. Extra right now it is using this library PDF Plumber by default to download things. Let's see how it goes. So see, it extracted name, email, phone, everything. So give it a second, it will generate for you. So as I mentioned, right, you can add different visuals. This chatbot option that I showed you, you can also add email me option. Okay. By default, an email section will be created, and but you'll need to connect it with your API in the backend so that it can send you email. So let's see what it does. Yeah, it takes a couple of minutes. Yeah, if you have any question, guys, please ask me. This is the last part of the session. The PDF is corrupted. Okay, let's forget. Let's use this one. Okay, use this. Okay. So now it will generate for Priyanka's resume. Let's see what it will do, the same process. So I have standardized the SOP here. If I show you plugin Portfolio Pro, commands, skills. So in skills, I have added assets. Okay. So if your resume mentions anything, it will extract those assets. Okay. Examples, templates. I've added some templates here. Okay. You can add those templates here as per you as well. And then I've added a code build.py, and a deploy, which will automatically deploy your thing to GitHub, and an extract photo.py. This code will automatically extract. Now you don't need to do anything. That skill will do automatically for you. So this skill will automatically do the entire work. If you try to read it, what does it do? Read the resume. Okay. Do not ask the user to paste it. Extract a headshot from the PDF. Extract to resume.json. Okay. This is how it will extract. Then confirm, prompt the user for their look. Then build deterministic, quality pass, deploy to GitHub, and all this. So in this process, it has included everything. So let's see. Again, this is not the only way, but this is a very robust way to do things. What things will go out of your, I mean, you still need to define, as I said, this is the SOP. You take this one, what I'm giving, but the look that you want, the content that you want, that is something should come from you. Okay. So it got the full CV. Let me try Gravatar for a photo, and it is building it. So give it a second. So it built the JSON. If you see Priyanka portfolio resume.json, right? So this JSON it will do. Now you can do a lot of things. Remember, if using Claude, you can set up. I will cover in some other workshop through which you can automatically apply for jobs on LinkedIn. There are a lot of workflows you can set up. Okay. So it is asking me for a few things. Extracted. Yeah, I'll say I am good. Move ahead. Okay. So I think it couldn't find photo of yours, maybe. Let's see. So it generated this particular portfolio. Okay. Now see, it is exact in the same template that we got. Then it created a chatbot as well. For example, what are Priyanka's course area of expertise? So Priyanka specializes in this. Then what are your skills? Then core skills. This you will have. What where have you worked? So your experience, everything will come. And this is no LLM, no cost. It's totally free. Okay. So photo, if it's not there, you can give it and you can ask it. So location, focus, top tools, then about you, get in touch. If I click on LinkedIn, it will. Uh, why didn't it connect? It should have connected. This is your resume, LinkedIn. So it's not coming as connected. So I will need to prompt it back to take it to LinkedIn, but it does. So get in touch. Now, if I come down, this is there, all this RAG system, multi-A orchestration. So each one of you in this workshop can have same type of portfolio. All right. So it's if you just use that the skill that I shared. So you will have skills and expertise. Now here you can add that video that we created, right? So for example, if we go here, the video that it generated here, where did it go? Okay, any question, anyone? So you can prompt it. So now it will ask deploy to Git. So once you review, I will say yes, deploy. Okay. So the skill will automatically go and deploy to GitHub. You see yourself right now. So now right now my GitHub is linked. So you just need to authenticate with your GitHub and it will go and deploy. Of course, I will remove it from there. But if you see, it deployed to a website here. So it's not just on a local host. It's on a, why didn't it? Wait, let me a second. It must be coming. It may take a 1 minute to fully live on GitHub. So let's see. Yeah, give it a minute. Yeah, please, anyone, any question?
Yeah, yes, I have a one quick question. In order to build a resume to your portfolio, what are all
Yeah.
the apps that we need? You said like GitHub and
Yeah.
another prompts.
So what I will do, I will provide you the list of prompt. By the way, just to tell you, you need GitHub first of all, okay? Because this resume will be hosted. So see, it got hosted on GitHub, okay? So you need first GitHub, and second thing that you need is let me check. That's all. You need GitHub and Claude Code. With that, you can do everything. Nothing else.
Okay, for a non-technical people like me, I'm a non-technical,
Okay.
non-technical. So, is there any way, any like course material or something, how to use the GitHub for a non-technical people? Basically,
I
at a
have
high level, to use at least this kind of portfolio generations or something like that.
I will have a video. I need to check. It's in TopMate. I need to extract because it's a big course. I need to see which video is there. I'll see and put there on school. Okay. So I have a video on YouTube as well where I've shown how to create a GitHub account. All you need to know is how to create a GitHub account. That's all. So and that is very simple. If I just you simply go here, for example, sign out, right? And just click on sign up and you can just fill in your email. That's all you need to do. So, but yeah, still, I have a video I will share. It is present on YouTube.
Sure. Thank you, Satvik.
Yeah. Is it clear, guys? Everyone, any question about the process, about how things are being generated? Now I will say just.
This portfolio session is truly very outstanding. The way how the chatbot is created, the whole entire portfolio is split into the actual portfolio and then LinkedIn and the projects that we have done. This is truly awesome.
Yeah, you can do it. And that's what I'm saying. This is the power of Claude Code. In just like few minutes, we were able to build this, right? So that's all you need to know is how to use Claude Code. Yeah, please.
Sorry for interruption. I have a question is like, how did you launch it into the GitHub? Like, how did you connect that? I missed that part.
So that is what you, again, I have added that step in the skill. First of all, you need to authenticate GitHub, just like I did here, if you saw. I did this part, right?
Yes.
So remember, you can ask Claude as well to authenticate yourself to GitHub. You don't need to remember any command. So simply ask. For example, whenever you're creating, you'll say, for example, where is your portfolio? This was the portfolio, right? That we created on the local host. Okay, let's see this step again. I'll say I want to host this to GitHub pages. Okay, just prompt it. If your GitHub is connected, it will automatically do for you. Let's see. So let me check the current project state. It will do. And so let's see what it does. Oh, this is video or what? Portfolio only, right here. So what kind of GitHub repo should the host the portfolio? Project repo. Okay. Enter. Then how should it deploy? So you have multiple options: GitHub Actions, Pages. Again, just go with the, if you don't know, just go with the recommended option always. Okay, enter. You just need to prompt that, hey, deploy this to GitHub. All that you need to do. Rest, just keep accepting whatever it is asking. So what it will do in the backend, it will create a repository for you, and from there it will deploy, do a GitHub action, and it will deploy on a URL. So little bit technical you need to do if you want to do deployment. Okay, so first is creating a GitHub account. That's all. Create a GitHub account and connect to Claude Code. Say, hey, Claude Code, this is my GitHub account. You have access to it. Now you do whatever you need to do. So it will do for you. You don't need to know anything technical, to be honest. If it asks you, just accept yes. Okay. You don't need to understand what is GitHub Actions, what is GitHub file. Those things you do not need to know. Just very simple. Say that, hey, push this to GitHub. If it asks for connection, you will just connect it. That's all.
Got it.
Especially for people who don't understand the technical part, right? Just do this part. You don't need to know things.
Right.
See, I'm not doing anything. I just gave it one prompt. I'm just accepting it. Okay. Let's see what it does. Okay. It is pushing to GitHub right now. And once it pushes, all assets is all under this /git create repo. So done. Repo is live. Now enable pages. Okay. So I'll just click one. It will do. Thanks for you. So it said pages is enabled. Okay. Just let it do. Just accept whatever it is saying. Don't need to overthink anything. That's like Claude is way good in this. It will if you don't understand technical things, because see, eventually everything in the backend is technical. But how do you do if you're not technical? So Claude always give you a recommendation. So just accept that. Okay. So it is pushed, deploy succeeded. Let me verify. It is automatically verifying, and if it is coming or not. And so see, it deployed here automatically to this URL. If I just you can just right. So if it was your GitHub, it would have come your GitHub name .github.io and your URL. So that's how simple it is. Clear?
Right. So this is not localhost, directly GitHub portfolio page. Okay.
GitHub portfolio page. Yes, this is not local. You can take it. Like for example, I will just put in chat. You can test it out. Right. So it's working. So that's the beauty of it. You don't only work on localhost. Just connect your GitHub and prompt it. That's what you need to do. Okay. So now you can share with anyone, right? Remember, you won't have perfect portfolio from day one, but you don't need to wait. Just deploy on GitHub, right? You don't need to pay anything. This deployment is totally free. if you have to go to Vercel and all that, you will have their Vercel link and something. I don't want that. I want my username, right? So that whenever I share this to anyone, the problem is, example, if I deploy in Vercel, I get .vercel.app or those big links, right? I don't want that. I don't want that. I want my name. So your GitHub will have your name, Satvik. And for example, now I have just deployed Priyanka's portfolio, but eventually I will do for myself, right? So it will contain Satvik portfolio. So I'm comfortable sharing this link professionally as well, anywhere, right? So that's why always deploy your resume portfolios too, because on GitHub pages you can always deploy the see. It added the video as well, I think, right? Not sure. Yeah, it added a video as well. It doesn't contain the audio, but it added the video as well. Earlier it was not there, if you see. So like for example, she can give her own audio and generate a video which speaks about her, and she can put it there. So it will be a good because remember, for portfolio the first page is always the main page. So having a good video resume there also helps a lot.
Yeah, this is
How
pretty
to
cool.
make updates to it?
If
Say,
you have
for
to make
example,
update,
we may add one more
yeah,
additional project and experience
made
grows as time.
yeah. So just prompt to Claude that, hey, for example, add for example, one just example, I just joined uh, for example, let's say Google in March 2026 as senior AI engineer. My resume has my resume is missing that context. Please update in my portfolio. Okay, portfolio. Again, sorry for my typing. Just right. So you just tell whatever update you need to do. You just prompt that. It will automatic. So it will automatically update the portfolio. Let's see how does it work. Congrats on Google. Before I test the data, I need a few facts so I don't fabricate. Remember, it will never fabricate. That's uh your CV list is something like this. I'll just enter for now. Okay, let it be done. Okay. So let's see how it updates in. So you simply need to tell to Claude, hey, something happened, come back, please update this. So got it. So it is updating. See, it is updating label senior AI engineer or something. And it will push there. So now update it. It is updating it. And then now strategy document seniority framing. So remember, it does not only, I mean, it the good part is I just said update at one place, but what it will do, it will check in the entire portfolio wherever any major thing needs to be changed. Because of that, it will go and update. So that is the good part of it.
Got it.
So now it will rebuild to verify all correct. It now Google is top, data is passed. Just put it there. And so remember, that's what I'm saying. A Claude $100 subscription can give you so many things, right? And it is really worth the investment because the amount of things it can do, it's really out of control, right? It helps me so much in my personal work, my office work, my regular courses work, right? And other thing as well that I'm doing parallelly. So I cannot visualize my life without Claude, to be honest. And, uh, so like you should also, there are a lot of stuff that people who don't have, people who are like non-coders, right, non-engineers, they can do it. So remember, that's why my entire objective is that Claude is not only for developers. there's a lot of things you can. My product manager always reaches out to me that uh, I specifically taught her that how to use Claude Code. Now she generates all the slides, everything in every PPT, right? And in every meeting that she comes up, she has like literally mastered Claude Code right now. So and she doesn't understand that. She doesn't even understand how does an agent work, but her PPTs are so great, her presentations are so great because she knows what to prompt to Claude. That's what I'm saying. That so what changed now? Let's refresh it. Uh, if it is showing, it will refresh. Just take a minute. Okay, just give it a second. It will come. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like my PM, right? She doesn't have any technical experience, but her presentations are top notch. Her all AI work. She builds Jira stories, for example, so quickly. She updates things so quickly because she has her Jira, her Confluence, everything connected to her Cloud Code. She just prompt. She just knows how to prompt code and connect with Cloud Code and like she excels really. So I mean that's all her job is, right? So uh, that's what I'm saying. So it's very very helpful even if you're a data analyst, product manager, not even into this. If you're a startup or any kind of work that you're doing, you can leverage Cloud Code into a lot of things. In the course that I'm launching, I'll I'll try to cover everything, even the subscription that I'm launching, right? In that also there's a separate dedicated space where I'll show you that how there are a lot of things you can use Cloud Code for in your personal work apart from your office coding and all that. So I'll do that. Let's see.
Savik, I have a question. So if you take the subscription, this course will be included in that or it's a separate?
No, so this course will be included, right? So that subscription that I'm launching is a monthly subscription. So you'll get access to any course that I launch.
Okay, got it.
Is the deployment complete? I don't see update yet. So let's see. Yes, the deployment is complete. Okay, so now it should come. Let's see. AI, why is it not showing here? Let me check. Might be caching. Let's do one thing. Let me open in incognito. See, it got it. Senior AI engineer Google, right? So the update happened. There it was. Result was caching. That's why it was not coming. But yeah. So that's how it's easy to update things here. Clear?
Yeah,
So in the
clear, Satvik. Fantastic Paisa Vasool
It's clear.
session today. Three main topics, two of which I have been dying to know because I had got it. I have been watching this faceless YouTube shorts channels, and I was always wondering how do they do it so fast. Now I got the answer.
No, I'll cover it in more detail in the once I launch the subscription because I just showed you a rough structure how to build things. Right now, you can go and explore. There are a lot of ways that you can generate things very quickly through that, and a lot of templates, a lot of methods. Right, so those things I'll cover once I start the subscription. But yeah, I mean, hope it gives you guys a good context what things Cloud Code can do. Let me know how it goes went for you. You all will get a feedback email. Please provide feedback onto that and make sure you guys are added to school community. Again, I'm not asking everyone to join subscription because everyone's priority is different, but make sure you guys must learn Cloud Code. It is very very important. From wherever you just don't want to spend, go learn from YouTube, go learn from office. I learned everything from the documentation and couple of creators I followed, right? So find your own way of learning. I'm not saying join my course only, right? But make sure you guys learn it. There are tons of things you can do, and you can like fasten the process of learning.
Can you
And with
message
this,
us the school community link, please?
yeah, I'll just put in the chat. Trust me, this $100 sounds nothing to me because the amount of help that it does to me is beyond it. Like, I can track all my class or PPT. Like, I have a class tomorrow. I haven't prepared content, right? So I just need to like 0.8, I have my whole setup actually, which I didn't show you. I have my personal Claude Code setup, which I do. So it is always updated. For example, I don't prompt, to be honest. I don't prompt these days. I just use this tool called as Whisperflow. Okay. What it does, I just need to do this. For example, let's say I have to do this. I have to create. So I just do Claude. Okay. I don't type because there are a lot of times, a lot of things are going in the mind. So what I do, I use is Whisper Flow. I just press this button on my. I'll say I want to build a website for automation which will take the content from which will search top GitHub repositories every day, explore them, evaluate them, and then create good graphics for them, and then push to LinkedIn every day at 7 a.m. Let it do. Okay. So I just said all this. This Whisper Flow will convert everything to a prompt. Okay. Because if I show you, this is what I said. It came here. Because there is a lot of things. If I show you, right, these all are the text I keep on talking to Whisper Flow. Because while prompting, if you see this prompt, right? I want to do a very big work in particular repository. I want to do this. I want to do this, right? So I cannot remember things while typing. So that's why I use this voice commands to convert things very quickly. Claude also has this thing. If you do /voice, they have a voice option. You can, instead of typing, you can just speak it and it will give the prompt. So I have shifted entirely to that. So I have a personal Claude Code setup for my things where it is updated with my email, updated my office work, updated with my everything, my class work. Like I showed you, I've connected my Zoom and a lot of things, right? So it suggests me as well that hey, you should do this rather than this. So it's a lot of things. It cannot be taught everything in one session, but yeah. But I hope you guys learned something. Go and try this. Uh, get hands on with that Claude Code. Just build one small thing today or tomorrow whenever you get time, right? And then start doing something. Think, what is the thing that you're doing which you can automate through Claude, you can process faster through Claude. So it is really worth to. Are we
Are there any
yeah, we're wrapping session now.
prerequisites that sorry.
Yep.
Are there
Yeah,
any
please.
prerequisites that we need to learn before we start using the Cloud Code,
No,
like
you don't need
prompt
any.
engineering or something like that?
No, just simple prompt. No prerequisite. You don't
Okay.
need to learn prompt engineering. If you understand what you want to build, just type that. That's all.
Perfect.
So yeah,
Yes, I'll definitely try today as my homework.
we're wrapping the session now. I'm done with my things. If you have any question, please feel free to stay. I will answer. Otherwise, you can drop off. And anyways, you will get an email for feedback of the session. Please provide some feedback on that so that I also get to know how things are going. And I'm starting an entire new subscription with Claude Code course and a lot of other things I've shared on the group. So those who are interested, you can start that from July 1. Thank you, everyone. And I'll come up with more open workshops as well. Don't worry. It's not only for paid members. So a lot of other automations I will try to bring. Okay. So no one has any question? Yeah, I think we already took 4 hours. I don't want to bother. Yeah,
Maybe perhaps last one. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Probably I missed your full name and where are you based out
My name
of?
is Satvik. So I live in US. Right.
Okay.
I live in Phoenix, Arizona. So I have 10 years of experience. I'm currently working as senior AI engineer, right, at Turing. And so I mean my role there is forward deployment engineer. So there like I work with different clients. And so yeah, my major job is like building AI strategy for different clients, gather like, so what we do is we have different clients, we have to build different AI products for them. And so my main job is to architect solutions, do the development. Right. So this data sense is there for last 3 years. Yeah, it's my remote work. I do remote job. So data sense I started 3 years back. And my objective is just to like convey whatever I learned while doing work. So yeah. So my entire learning comes through my work only, right? So whatever I do at my work, I try to convey in my courses or workshops. So yeah. And in India, I'm from Chandigarh. So
Great. Do you have a kind this data sense website? AI, the one AI launchpad what you said is school, right? School.com.
data science, yeah. So that is cool because all my courses, all open videos, everything goes there. we have a datasenseai.com website as well, if you can see, right?
Okay.
So this is Shagun, he's my partner, right? And we have a lot of things. We have like SQL websites, AI webs, like resume websites, a lot of things we are like he's working on it. So he takes care of this website development, lot of work. I take care of teaching and other things. So,
All right. Good. Thank you.
thank you. Yeah. Anyone? Any other question? He's Shagun Nagpal. So I'll just share his LinkedIn with you. Okay. You can.
Can you share your LinkedIn as well?
Yeah, I'll share my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is not updated, but I'll just share.
Okay. I find you Satvik.
Yep. Yep.
We are connected then. But all right. Good session, Satvik. Very simple and easy to follow.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'll come up with more complex workshops as well. Don't worry. So my idea behind this session was that everyone, beginners also understand, but there are a lot of complex automations that we can do. So I'll cover in those. So if you see this school workshop, right? We have done this Claude Code dynamic workflow. It's a perfect way to like it's a very good way to do things. There's superpowers plugin and other workshops also I do. So we'll start Claude Code as well into this from July 1.
And the some of these are the paid one, right?
So if you see Agent Builder is paid one.
Okay.
These three that you're seeing are paid one. Rest all are free.
All right.
So if I just show you, as member, you will see these three as paid, as logged, and everything is free. From next month, we are switching to subscription mode, where in one subscription you'll get access to everything. So that is there. So if someone wants, they can use that as well.
That's a really dumb question.
No, there's no dumb question. Please ask me.
So
let
I
me
have
just
some.
stop the recording. Let me stop the recording, right? Because if we can take
Yeah,
questions,
that's okay. Sure.
just 1 second.